All right, welcome, Wildcat fans. I'm Cindy McCarthy, and I am broadcasting live tonight from Colo, Iowa, obviously, where the Wildcats will be taking on the Colo Nesco Royals, and this will be the season opener for the Wildcats, starting the season on the road tonight. And before we even get started to talking about the games, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor. We are no longer the Wildcat Cast. We are going to be known as Wildcat Sports, and but Next Bank is still going to be our sponsor. And anyway, we still appreciate everything that Next Bank does for Central City. And I just want to read a little bit about Next Bank, that they combine the values of a locally owned, independent Eastern Iowa Community Bank with expanded services and the latest technology to meet our customers' fast-moving lifestyle. Bank on your success with Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. And this is our first night here, trying out a new system, so hopefully everything goes okay, and everybody can hear me all right. We did a little practicing with during the scrimmage, and we had some issues, but hopefully everything's sounding okay. As I mentioned, tonight we are in Colo, Iowa, Colo Nesco, and Colo actually comes into the game with an 0-1 record. They actually played last Friday night, and they got beat by HLV 60-14. So this is their second game, but it is the first game for the Wildcats. So we've got about, looks like the clock says, I don't even see, oh, there's the clock. It's about 8 minutes here before kickoff. So before we get started, I just want to talk about a little bit some of the key losses from last year's season. And those of you Wildcat fans out there know, is last year we had a pretty cool season. Ended up 8-2, made the playoffs, and just some key players. I guess basically there were 5 seniors, and all of them played a very, very key role in the success of last year's team. And I guess just mentioning on offense, Trey Hollub and Kyle Marsh, who accounted. Trey Hollub had over 1,300 yards, had 26 total touchdowns for the Wildcats last year, and Kyle Marsh had over between, and that for Trey, that was just rushing. For Kyle, both rushing and receiving, he had close to 900 yards, and he accounted for 15 touchdowns. And then Wyatt Starry was came in and had a little fullback action, and did a nice job for the Wildcats. On defense, obviously, probably TJ Ayers was the second leading tackler. Wyatt Starry ended up being the third leading tackler, and actually, I think Trey might have been the leading tackler. So we lost a lot on defense. And now Coughlin was in there on the line offensively and defensively, and had a good season. So we had some seniors who had really put in a lot of time to get better and you know, be leaders out here for the team. And so hopefully some of the underclassmen picked up those habits, and we'll be able to carry it forward here and have another successful season. So the 5 seniors that graduated, you know, really had a huge impact on this team. But we do have some key players coming back that saw a lot of action last year. And starting with Nick Reed, quarterback, he was 33 for 61. He had 742 yards and 16 touchdowns. And obviously he had Trey and Kyle to throw to. But there was also Ethan Ty in there, who came in and did a good job in the backfield, and also in the receiving department. Probably the other biggest impact player that has returned is Isaiah Dam for his senior year. Isaiah had 1,051 yards on 112 carries last year, 19 touchdowns. He had an average of just under 10 yards a carry. He was at 9.4 yards a carry. So Isaiah is going to be shouldering the load this year because, again, with Trey and Kyle gone, Isaiah is going to be one of the more experienced people in the backfield. And I already mentioned Ethan Ty. I think Ethan had a breakout season on the defensive side of the ball, did a great job at the corner. And so as a sophomore, so his leadership on defense, they're going to be looking for that since Trey and Kyle both were in the defensive backfield. So Ethan's going to have a leadership role back there. And then Keegan Kula played both offensive and defense. He was on the line. He played some tight end. And Draven Silver's probably one of the other returning players who's a senior this year, and played on the line. He did some fullback, so he's going to be another key component. So Nick and Isaiah and Keegan and Draven are all seniors this year, and Ethan Ty, who I mentioned, he's just a junior. So those are just a few of the key returning players, and there's some others that had gotten some key playing time, and we're just looking for them to step up and anxious to see how they're going to do. So we're getting ready to go here. Nice cool night actually, and the Wildcat fans are still funneling in here. It's like I said, we've got about 7 minutes before kickoff. Wildcats are in their away uniforms. They got red bottoms and white jerseys with red sleeves and black numbers. And then Colo Nesco, the home team, is in their blue uniforms. They're not on the field right now, but I'm pretty sure they had blue shirt and white pants. Yeah, I saw some with yellow helmets. I'm not sure what's going on there. Like I mentioned, Colo Nesco started out their season last Friday night, and they have a loss. And just kind of looking at their stats, it looks like they're more of a running team than a passing team. They attempted 12 passes and completed 3 of them last week, and but they had Francis Bauer, who had 20 rushing attempts and had 88 yards. So looks like they like to pound it a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see. I guess I don't know if that's a strength for us. As probably glad to see that just because of the inexperience in the backfield. Like I mentioned, Kyle and Trey were both in the defensive backfield, along with Marshall Vandevet had some time back there, but then also with Ethan Ty. So that's going to be probably a weaker area for us. And so kind of playing a team right off the bat that likes to run the ball is probably to our benefit. So hopefully we can see some good things here tonight. Right now, both teams are lining up, and we are going to be having the national anthem here shortly, it looks like. As I mentioned, really nice night here, and nice field. Looks good, good shape. Obviously, the fields are always in good shape the first couple games of the season before they start getting tore up a little bit. So I'm going solo tonight. We were hoping Mr. McLaughlin could make it, but he had something come up, so he's not going to be here. And so I'm going to go solo, and again, hopefully. And I may have somebody joining me. We'll see what happens. Might have Coach Ratliff on the mic tonight with me. We'll see. Is Ashley listening? Tell her to send me. Can she hear me? So anyway, getting ready for the national anthem. Really looking forward to the season. Everybody was last year. I don't know. The coaches may have expected the first 5 or 6 games going undefeated. But I know as fans, every week it seemed like we just got more excited as we won. And I know we did just mention the key losses, and but we are excited for the upcoming season because of the kids and the mix that we have. So I'm going to stop right now for the national anthem here as the band gets marching out on the field. So I guess I'll wait for them to get out here on the field. But anyway, I think that there is a little bit of sense of excitement coming off of last season's success, and with the players that we do have coming back. I mentioned Nick and Isaiah and Keegan and Marshall and Ethan, and then just the blend of some of the younger kids coming up. So I think everybody's excited. I don't know the coaches. Maybe it won't be a repeat of the season last year. I guess you could call it a little bit of a magical season, but we're hoping for a good, successful, fun football season. So I'm gonna step away here for the national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's game between the Central City Wildcats and the Colo Royals. At this time, we ask that you rise, remove your hats, and face our nation's flag. In doing so, please remember the men and women who have served our country in defense of our liberties and values. Many of them have made a supreme sacrifice. Our national anthem is being presented by the Colo Band, directed by Drum Major Haley Kelly.
All right, so that was the national anthem, and as the band here marches off the field, we're going to get ready for the toss and the captain's meeting at midfield and find out who's going to get the ball first to get started. I know I'm anxious to see what's going to happen here. So the Wildcat got a few fans. It's kind of a long jaunt get down here, about an hour, 45-minute drive. So we still have some dedicated Wildcat fans across the way in the stands and some standing along the fence. So So if they weren't able to make it, hopefully some of people are here are listening in to the broadcast. They're introducing the starters here for Colo Nesco right now. And
Number 31, sophomore, Andrew Shanks.
then we'll have the flip. Got some other people here. We're in a little supply closet, I feel like. We've got the popcorn maker here and some coolers. So we'll get ready here in a minute. It looks like the captains for the Wildcats are going to be Nick and Keegan and Draven and Isaiah. So they'll be coming out here in a second as soon as we get these introductions done.
The Royals are coached by Josh Nessa, David Greenfield, and John Helzer. Colo Nesco High School encourages positive sportsmanship and behavior at our activities. Please encourage players and coaches with positive comments and acts and respect the decisions of the game officials. What you do and say during the contest reflects on your team, school, and community. Enjoy the game by being good sport. Tonight's game officials are registered and certified with the Iowa High School Athletic Association. They are.
All right, so we have the players out at midfield doing the handshakes and the introductions and getting ready for the flip. And we should be getting underway here at 7 o'clock. I know I'm pretty excited to get this season underway, and I'm really excited for tomorrow for the Hawks to get their season started. I think the Wildcats and the Hawks are both going to have good seasons this year, so I'm pretty excited for that. And so if you're at home and you didn't get a chance to make it to the game, I've got one person who told me that we sound good, so hopefully everybody's able to hear this and we're not having the problems that we had last Friday night for the scrimmage with a lot of feedback. So let me know. We're doing this a little differently this year, so we are not the Wildcat Cast anymore. We're Wildcat Sports Broadcasting, and we're using a YouTube channel and kind of going solo on this. So there could be some glitches along the way, but hopefully we still bring you a good broadcast and you can enjoy the game while you're at home when you can't make it on the road. We'll try to get all the football games covered this year. I was going to mention the Wildcats schedule. We're at home next week, and actually I think it kind of works out that I think that we go home and away, or we're away, and then it goes home, away. So I think it goes every other week. So if you can't make it to the games, we're going to try to broadcast them home and away, and we're going to get some volleyball games on the broadcast. I think there's only 5 home volleyball games this year. I'm not sure if we're going to get them all broadcast, but we're going to do our best to get some of those broadcast, and so Wildcat fans can listen to the volleyball team. I know they're pretty excited. I think they start their season up actually tomorrow. So Colo Nesco won the toss, and they are going to kick and get the ball to start the second half. So there's the kickoff, and it does go into the end zone. Marshall Vandevet was back deep for the Wildcats. And so the Wildcats offense is going to come out and start on the their own 15-yard line. So we'll see what the Wildcats are going to do here. Looks like Nick's coming out. And I guess I'm not telling any secrets because it's Wildcat fans that are listening to this. But usually when Nick comes out, not that they don't run with Nick, but Nick is going to look to pass the majority of the time. If you looked at his, and we already got a flag. This isn't good. Not sure how too many men in the huddle, maybe a procedure, and I'm not even sure what happened. We didn't even get up to the line of scrimmage, and they called us for a procedure. So
he picked the ball up, put it back down.
So we'll get this figured out. They're trying to figure out, I guess, the center, what he can and can't do as far as when he touches the ball. So anyway, we'll try this again. So there's a penalty on the Wildcats, not the way we wanted to start our first possession, but and it looks we're a little discombobulated there, and Nick fakes it and throws it deep, and Ooh, he had Ethan Ty. Ethan was open, but he led him just a little bit, and Ethan wasn't able to make the grab. So that'll be 2nd and 15 for the Wildcats. Nick's going off to the side, getting the play from Coach Meyer. So it'll be 2nd and 15. Again, hopefully we can get things situated here and get going. Nick's in the backfield. He has Isaiah, and there's a handoff to Isaiah, and Isaiah picks up a couple there. Running around left end, picks up about 3. It's going to be 3rd down and about 12 for the Wildcats. If you're out there and people are wondering, again, we aren't the Wildcat Cast, but you can go to the school's Facebook page or the school's website, and you should be able to click on a link that will allow you to tune in to the broadcast. And Nick is going to go down with a sack, number 32 for Colo Nesco. Tanner Engel makes the tackle, and that's going to be a loss. It's going to be 4th down and probably about 15. Not the start that the Wildcats wanted offensively with the procedure penalty and getting us back right away, but hopefully we'll get things situated here. Now we've a little more confusion. We're going to be punting it. Nick is lined up on the goal line, and there's the snap, and he gets the punt off. Ooh, and he gets run into, and they're going to call flag. Andrew Shantz lets the ball go, and it is downed at the Colo Nesco 25-yard line, but there is a penalty. Now, I'm not sure in high school. I know in college there's a difference between roughing and just running into the kicker, and maybe even the pros, so you can have just a 5-yard penalty or a personal foul. I'm not sure how it is in high school. If it's just one personal foul penalty, then the Wildcats should have a 1st down, but I'm not sure what they're going to do, so I'm going to wait and see. I haven't seen any, and we'll see what the walk-off is. It looks... Oh, so there was offsetting penalties on the play. So there was a penalty on the Wildcats. I didn't see what the Wildcat penalty was myself. And Cole, we're having a heck of a time here. We are having a heck of a time getting people figured out where they're supposed to be. So it looks like I guess we're going to punt it again. And there's a quick punt that goes out of bounds, and I guess Colo Nesco won that because that ball went out in Wildcat territory at about the 35-yard line. So not a good start for the Wildcats. So people are not knowing when they're supposed to be out on the field. We had penalties, 3 Wildcat penalties already. So not the start we wanted, but hopefully we can get the jitters out. Again, we've got some new players out there, lost 5 seniors, so we do have some new players out there, first game jitters. Hopefully we can get things figured out and take care of business here. So Brandon Roberts for the Nesco is going to hand off, and there's Draven Silver with a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by Draven getting through the line. 7-yard loss on that play, so that's just like starting the game with a 5-yard penalty, I guess. And so it's going to be 2nd and 16 for Colo Nesco. And I mentioned they like to pound the ball a little bit with Francis Bauer. So we'll see if he gets the ball. And there's another. Ethan Ty did a great job of getting into the backfield. And that was Francis Bowers. And no play on the gain, it looks like. And so it's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 16 for Colo Nesco. So that's our defense came out here first series and is doing a great job. Now hopefully we can get that offense going here. So Colo Nesco is going to come up to the line of scrimmage. They got 2 in the backfield. They're going to fake the handoff, and the quarterback's going to keep it. He's a lefty, and he's got the ball. Ooh, 31 had it. Andrew Shantz had the ball and kind of got spun around, and he lost it, so the pass is incomplete. So it'll be 4th down for the Wildcats. And we'll see what's going to happen. It looks like they're going to go ahead and punt it. They are on their own 37-yard line, so I'm not sure you want to try to go for it here. So Colo Nesco's got, there's a rush by the Wildcats, but he gets it off, and Marshall is going to let it go into the end zone. So pretty good punt there by Colo Nesco. It goes into the end zone, and the Wildcats are going to be back at their own 15-yard line, 1st and 10. So let's see if we can't get a better offensive series here this time, now that we've got some of those jitters out. Again, something to come back to, though, on the very first play of the game, Nick Reed did throw it down the field, and he had Ethan Ty open, just let him a little bit. So hopefully we can get some things figured out here. This time now we're going to go with Isaiah Dam in the backfield. We've got Marshall. There's a snap to Isaiah, a little high, but he gets it, and he's got a lead block. He runs over a Colo Nesco Royal and picks up about 5 or 6 yards there. Nice run by Isaiah. Some good blocking over there on the right-hand side. Maybe that's what the Wildcats need, is just to have a few rushing plays just to kind of get their feet wet, get things situated, and get a 1st down here. And then maybe go back to Nick or something. Nick is in, split out to the left. We've got Isaiah in a shotgun. Snap to Isaiah. He hands it off to Marshall, and Marshall is throwing for a loss. So we go back, and we're back where we started here. So it's going to be 3rd down and just a little over 10 yards to go. So neither team's offenses are looking very good right now. We've got Isaiah in calling out the play. We've got Nick Reed split out to the top of the field. We've got Marshall and Isaiah in the backfield, along with Marcus Prusman. Isaiah keeps the ball, has a nice run. Wow, he's going to be about the length of the football short. So here's I guess a decision, and looks like they're going to go for it here. Isaiah's calling out a play. Nick's splitting out to the right. He's top of the field. There's a snap to Isaiah. He gets the 1st down, and he's going to have more than that. And if he could get a block, there's the 31 for Colo Nesco, Andrew Shantz. I've called his name a couple different times. He's a pretty good athlete out there. He had the angle on Isaiah. Isaiah made a great move and got around to the outside, and Shantz had the angle and was able to get Isaiah. So big 1st down, big play for the Wildcats. Hopefully that'll give them some confidence here. We've got it deep into the Royals territory. We have the ball on their, looks like their 27-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Nick's in the shotgun. He's got Isaiah and Marshall split out on the top of the field. He's looking to throw the ball. And there is going to be, there's Ethan Ty. Had the ball, got bumped a little bit by Andrew Grover of the Royals, and he just wasn't able to bring it in, and otherwise we would have had a Wildcat touchdown there. Again, Ethan's been open there a couple times. Just it's a matter of Ethan and Nick getting things figured out, and which I'm sure they will. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Nick's in again at quarterback. Marshall Vandevet split out to the he's going to be in the slot on the bottom, and Nick's in the shotgun. And on the snap, it's a handoff to Marshall. He cuts it up the middle, and there's just nothing there for Marshall. Brandon Roberts in on the stop for the Royals. So it's going to be 3rd and 10. Marshall was able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And this is going to bring up 3rd and 10. Nick, we're putting Isaiah in here at the quarterback spot. Nick splitting out to the top. Is that Marcus Prusman? There's a direct snap to Isaiah, and he hesitates, and he makes a great move. And again, on 3rd down and 10, Isaiah gets about 9.5. And so the Wildcats are inside the 20-yard line at about the 19. So actually, Isaiah got about 8 that time. So it's going to be 4th down and 2 for the Wildcats. Again, if you're out there listening, we're doing this a little different than we have in the past, but hopefully you're still able to listen in here. Just go to our Facebook page or the school's webpage under the news section, and there should be a link to click on. So if you're listening, there was a direct snap to Draven Silver, and he was stopped short, just short of the 1st down. So, and I don't even think they're going to measure, so they're saying he was stopped short. So, unfortunately, the Wildcats had some good plays there, had another opening for close for a touchdown, but just wasn't able to make the connection there between Nick and Ethan Ty. So, and then Draven is stopped short. So, the Royals are going to take over on downs. They have the ball on their own about 18-yard line. So hopefully the Wildcats here can make some things happen and have the Royals go backwards. And there's Bowser getting up to about the 25-yard line. So it's going to be about 2nd down and 4. Royals are just have 2 in the, whoa, there's Keegan Kula, blew that one up. He was tackling Bowser before Bowser had the ball. Great play by Keegan. It's a loss on the play there, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 6 for the Royals here. So great play, defensive play by Keegan. And the Royals coming up with the quarterback under center and 2 running backs split in the backfield. That's what their formation has been, but he's going to do a straight drop, and he kind of did a shovel pass to Bowers, so it's incomplete. Wildcats, I think, smelled that out, and now it's going to be 4th down. So the Royals did have one positive play there, and then the Wildcats did a great job on defense there of stopping them. So we're going to have another punt. Looks like Marshall's back deep for the Wildcats. So hopefully Marshall can get this and make something happen. It's a pretty good snap. A little shorter this time. Marshall catches it, makes a move, makes 2 misses. There's a face mask. Oh, yep, they got it. Marshall's still running around doing some spinning, and they get him down. There's going to be a face mask there. The second player for the Royals grabbed Marshall right across this face mask. So we'll see what they do. They have 2 flags, so they did catch that. So there's no score if you're just joining us here on the. There's no score so far. 3 minutes and 54 seconds left in the 1st quarter. So it's kind of been an ugly 1st quarter. Wildcats, this is our first game tonight. It's a personal foul face mask, so should put us in some pretty good field position. So you can see we've got some first game jitters. We've got some new guys starting. I think we got Brady Koba in there. We got Dustin Ferris starting. Marshall has playing time, but he's in on the starting role there. So it's natural to have those first game jitters. This is the 2nd game for Colo Nesco. As I said, they came in, they opened up their season last week, and they are 0-1. So Nick Reed's back to pass, throws it up. There we go. Ethan Ty catches it. We got a Wildcat touchdown, folks. I knew they would get hooked up here sooner or later. Ethan's been beating his guy, and it was just a matter of getting the pass in the right spot, and Nick got it that time, and there we go. Nick's probably got more incomplete passes now than he did for the first 5 games last year. But, hey, we'll take that. So, big play right there. Great catch by Ethan. Has been doing a good job of beating his man, and we were finally able to get hooked up. So looks like we're going to do a 2-point, go for a 2-point conversion. Oh, they said he was out of bounds. Don't you just have to have 1 foot in high school? That was a direct snap to Ethan Ty. Then he handed it off to Marshall Vandevet, and Marshall passed it to Nick Reed. And I'm not sure, it takes a lot to overthrow Nick. Nick was right at the end of the back of the end zone, and I thought it looked like he had a foot in, but the official was right there, and he said he was out of bounds. So that makes it 6-0 Wildcats. 6-0, and we've got just under about 2 minutes to go in the. I can't really see the clock here. We're in this like little supply closet, and the clock is like at a terrible angle, unless so Bree is videotaping, and so she's going to have to be my timer. She said there's 3 minutes and something. 3 minutes and something before the end of the first quarter, so the Wildcats are up. Marshall's in, ready to kick it off. Marshall's got a great leg for just a little guy. Marshall's checking in this year at 5'7", 120. But he does a great job of kicking. Yeah, has a cannon for a leg, Coach Ratliff says. And there's the kick. It's like a squibber, and it hits nice tackle by Ethan Ty. Trevor Berg was just standing there, and the ball came straight to him at the 20-yard line, and he got it up to probably not the best kickoff that we wanted, because Colo Nesco does have it in pretty good field position. Berg got it up to about the 35-yard line, so the Royals are taking over in decent field position. So hopefully this Wildcat defense can step up and make some big plays here and get the ball back now that we've got the offense maybe clicking a little bit, got some confidence after that last possession with that touchdown. There's, nice play. Keegan Kula busts through the line and gets the quarterback sacked there. Quarterback was rolling out. He's a lefty, so I'm not sure. Not sure he was rolling to his left, and that's a hard throw. Well, I guess. Maybe he is right-handed. I don't know. I'll have to check it out here. But anyway, needless to say, it's a sack. Loss of about 7, it looks like. So it'll be 2nd down and long for the Royals. Again, they're straight back drop, number 7, and there's Keegan again. And I'm not sure who's in that area right there. Come on, that's got to be intentional grounding. But I'm just up here watching. Oh, yeah, there it is. The closest player was a Wildcat, and he couldn't even catch it. So if it's intentional grounding, that's a big play, because that's a loss of down.
5 yards from the place of the throw. Yeah, and he threw it from the 20.
So the officials are conferring with the Wildcat captain on defense and Coach Meyer, and we'll see what's going to happen here. If they decline it, it's intentional grounding. Yeah, the Wildcats are going to decline that because it's already 3rd and 16, so if we can hold them here on this, then they're going to probably have to punt anyway. And no sense of giving them another chance here. So Brandon Roberts, the quarterback, gets the play, comes in, and again the Royals are in quarterbacks under center and two running backs split in the backfield, and that's about the only thing they've done all night. And there's just a quarterback keeper, and I think he was just trying to maybe get a little bit of yardage up the field there, straight up the middle, as Roberts, and he's brought down by the whole line of the Wildcats, and he got about 5, picked up maybe 4 yards on that, so it's going to be 4th and about 13 yards to go. And Trevor Berg, I think, is in to punt. If I caught his number. Oh, there's a fake. And they hit 11, and the Wildcats were not ready for that at all. And there's going to be a big first down. We didn't have the gunner there covered, and they snapped it short and hit him, and it was a nice little play there. I guess they had their quarterback as their blocker back there for the punter, and he hit Kenny Cutler, and there's a big first down for the Royals. Coach Myers probably going to have that put away in his back pocket and talk about that. We got to get the clock rolling here. And so this is the first test for the Wildcat defense. The ball's inside the Wildcat 25-yard line. They're down to about the 22-yard line. So, again, the Royals are in the under center, and they hand out to Bowers, and he plows up field for a few yards. Basically every play so far has been quarterback under center and 2 split running backs. So that's basically what the Royals have done. They do, when they throw, they have had straight drop back, and they've rolled out their quarterback a couple times, but pretty traditional, straightforward offense here. So hopefully the Wildcats can make a big stop here. There's a snap. He hands it off to Bowers again. He fumbled it. And, yes, I think the officials said the Wildcats got it. Not sure who got their hand in there. Bowers was making a move and to cut it outside, and somebody reached in and just knocked it out of his hands, and the Wildcats were able to recover. So there we go. First test for the Wildcats defense, and they make a big play. Minute 22 left in the first quarter, and it's Wildcats 6, Colo Nesco 0. If you're just joining us, hopefully everybody can hear everything all right. So the Wildcats will take over on offense, and Nick's looking to throw it again, and there's Ethan Ty. And this time another nice catch. Now Nick and Ethan have got that connection going here. Nick could have probably got rid of that just a little sooner. Ethan had his man beat and had to wait for the ball to get there. And they're calling it back. False, is that a procedure call against the Wildcats? False start. Laura Asprey says, sounds good, go Cats, as she's heading to Chicago this weekend for a Cubs game. Obviously, there are no Cubs fans, Asprey, in the press box right now. So Wildcats will have it first and 15, and this time Isaiah's got the ball, breaks a tackle. He's got some blockers, and Isaiah is going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. Nice blocking, and Isaiah take it to the left, around the left end, and he had some blockers out in front, and they weren't going to catch him. 68-yard touchdown run for Isaiah. So 52 seconds left in the first quarter, so that was nice to see us bounce back from a sorry, Laura Myers is headed to Chicago. All right, we're going to go for 2, and we got Cameron Marsh in the backfield, and he direct snap, and Marsh takes it in for the 2-point conversion. So with just under a minute left it's going to be 14 Wildcats, 0 Colo Nesco. So nice way here to end the first half. Again, kind of some adversity on that pass completion that we had, and then called back for a procedure, but then we came right back and had some great blocking, and Isaiah was able to get it around to the end and take it in for a 68-yard touchdown run. So that was nice to see the Wildcats, especially their offense here, struggling just a little bit. Just like we said, they got some new players in there on the line, especially, and just a matter of getting things figured out. So looking good so far. Marshall Vandevet's on his way out here, teeing up the ball. And we're going to go ahead and get ready for the kickoff. Back deep for the Royals is Grover. And here comes the run up. And there's the kick. And it's taken at about the 10-yard line, a high kick to get the defense down there. And there's a nice tackle by Cole Silver. Cole sticks him, and the ball's going to be at about the 23-yard line here for the Royals to take over, 1st and 10. So first quarter's just about coming to an end here. Probably defensively, you can't complain about the Wildcats. Defense has been great. We had a special teams breakdown there, but I'm sure they'll get that figured out. And then offensively, just getting some procedure things figured out. Ooh, I think we might have an offsides. Keegan was trying to anticipate the snap, and they're going to call him for offsides. So that's going to make it 1st and 5 for the Royals. The Starry family are listening in, so it's nice to know we have some listeners out there. Oh, and there's, I just turned away for a second. It's either a fumble and the Royals recovered it, so, or else the Wildcats blew up the play. So either way, it was a loss on the play. So right now, they're having a hard time blocking Keegan. So there's a handoff. Oh, handoff to number 1. Isaiah goes high and Ethan Ty goes low, and number 1 is taken down, and he's slow to get up. But he did get up. He's kind of limping. And that makes it the end of the first quarter. And if you're just joining us, end of the first quarter, Wildcats 14, Colo Nesco 0. And again, we're not doing the Wildcat cast, but we are bringing you a live broadcast, and Next Bank is going to be our sole sponsor again for this. And Next Bank represents a new approach to banking in Iowa, expanded services, more technology, and increased personal attention. If you want to take your banking to the next level, Next Bank is for you. Next Bank is proud to sponsor Central City Sports, member FDIC, equal housing lender. And we do appreciate Next Bank. And they do more than just the broadcast, sponsor the broadcast. They came in this fall here, the first week of school, and they provided lunch for the staff as we went through some professional development. A few other things here, actually, that you may not know. They sponsor a movie night down at the park. Down at the park. They donate to the PTO, to the Children in Need Fund. They provide our teacher lunch, usually in the fall when we go back to school. And again, they're the sole sponsor for our Wildcat sports broadcast. And I'll talk about some of the other things that they do. So Colo Nesco's got the ball there. Dangerous. The quarterback kind of rolled out, and he felt some pressure, and he thought he could get a little chuck the pass to Bauer, and he almost had that ball picked off. So that's going to bring up 4th down and about 4 yards to go, long 4. So it looks like they're going to punt, and this time we do have somebody out covering the gunner. Cole Silver's out there watching him. So there is going to be a punt. Go straight up. And it's going to go out of bounds, and the Wildcats are going to have pretty decent field position right at about in between the 28 and 29-yard line. So Wildcats take over in their own territory. 1st and 10, this will be their first possession in the second quarter. If you're just listening in, the Wildcats are up 14-0. Just starting the second quarter here. This is the season opener for the Wildcats, and Colo Nesco comes into tonight's game with a 1 loss. They started last week. Nick Reed's in at quarterback. We've got 2 receivers split up to the top, 1 down in the bottom, Marshall Vandevet. And Nick hands it off to Isaiah, who fights for about 4 yards. Tough run there by Isaiah. That's the one thing last year. Trey Howleb had the speed and was able to get through and have some big runs, whereas Isaiah is a little bigger and he had the pounding yards. And he's a tough back to get down, and he has a lot of yards after contact. So again, he's a 1,000-yard rusher coming back from last season, and I know the coaching staff is looking for some big things from him. So it's going to be 2nd down and a long 6 for the Wildcats. There's a snap. It's kind of low. Nick picks it up, and he's running around. He's looking down. He's directing traffic. He makes a cut, and he's off to the races. And I'm not sure if anybody, oh, yep. There's that. There's Shantz again on the stop. Nick made a juke here and a juke there, and he ended up getting it way down deep into the Royals territory. Again, he almost would have went all the way, but he made a cut across the field, and Shantz had the angle and brought him down. So Nick showing some moves out there. That's something I didn't really see. That's probably Nick's longest career run right there. He didn't do that very much last year. There's a bad snap, but Nick's able to pick it up, and he looks up the field. Now there's a flag. There's a block. Nick's still directing traffic, and he's pushed out of bounds there. So a little bit of a breakdown on a bad snap, and then probably going to be a hold, I'm guessing, but maybe not. Hopefully not, but I'm guessing it is. He hasn't run that much since basketball last year, probably. So there's a holding on the Wildcats. There's 10 minutes and 18 seconds left in the second quarter. Wildcats are up 14-0. Again, if you're out there and you can't make it to the game, or if you know some other friends that aren't able to make it to the game, let them know. They can go to the Facebook page or the web page, Central City's web page under the news, and click on the link and listen in here. Nick's still in. He's in the shotgun. He brings Isaiah back with him. 2 split out. Nice stat. And there's a nice pass. And there's Ethan Ty. Oh, nice catch. Wow. Ethan, touchdown. Wildcat touchdown. I couldn't tell. Yeah, Ethan went. That time, the defender had Ethan covered pretty well. Ethan came back for the ball and jumped up right over the defender and was able to bring it in and came down in the touchdown. Wow, nice catch by Ethan Ty. Nice throw right where it needed to be by Nick Reed. So big play. First possession of the second quarter, and the Wildcats are able to take advantage and get a touchdown here. It looks like we're going to go for 2. We've got Cameron Marsh and Marcus Prusman in the backfield along with Marshall Vandevet. Nick Reed split out to the top. Cameron's going to take it, and he's just going to put it, he wasn't even touched, and he takes it in for a 2-point conversion. So Wildcats got things going right now. I don't know. It says I got 30 listeners out there, so hopefully those of you that are out there listening are enjoying the broadcast. Like I said, if you know somebody who's can't make it to the game, let them know. They can go to our webpage or our Facebook page, and there's links that they can click on. We're doing it a little different this year. We're using YouTube, a YouTube channel, and so hopefully everything's going good. I know Linda and Lou were at school wanting to know how to listen this time because they knew we were changing things up. So hopefully they're having a good night there. Our other favorite maintenance, Stacy, is on vacation. So we got Wildcats here getting ready to kick off. So again, it's 22-0 Wildcats, just starting the second quarter. And there's Marshall's kick, and that's a good kick that goes all the way into the end zone. So that's going to be a touchback for the Royals. Wildcats defense has probably been the bright spot so far tonight. Offense got off to a tough start there, had some penalties and stuff, but seems like we're picking things up here a little bit. And kind of cleaning things up, I guess I should say, cleaning things up a little bit. And but defensively, the one big play was just a breakdown on the special teams. And like I said, I'm sure Coach Myers is going to talk to the kids about that, and we'll get that one taken care of. So there's Ethan Ty and Isaiah Dam in on the stop. Andrew Grover, the carrier, picks up 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Royals. Serious? So, there's the snap and hands off to Bowers. Picks up about 5 yards. Ethan Ty and is that Keegan? It's like, nope. Is that Dustin Ferrison on the stop that time? So it's going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Royals. So we'll see what happens here. Big play for the Wildcat defense. See if we can get the Royals off the field and get our offense back out there. There's a snap. Fake the handoff. Roberts is going to keep it and go around the end. Cole Silver drives him out of bounds, but I think he's going to, yep, he picked up 1 extra yard. So it's going to be a 1st down for the Royals. So the Royals have their first down of the game. Or I shouldn't say first down, about their 2nd first down. I don't have all the stats. So I'm going to have Coach Ratliff here. He's going to join me. So if you're out there listening, can you hear me?
I hear you.
If you're listening, let us know how we sound. We got 2 people going here, so. So we got 2nd down and about 8 yards to go for the Royals. Roberts is under center. Handoff to Bauer. Draven Silver did a great job of getting in and making Bowers change direction, and then the rest of the Wildcats were able to get in and drop him for a loss, actually. There is a timeout on the play for an injured Royal. Trevor Berg, mentioned his name a couple times, so he's down. 7:38 left in the 2nd quarter, Bree Silver tells me. And I don't know what I was just thinking. Bree tells me. And it's 22-0. What do you think, Coach Ratliff?
Well,
step on in.
I think we came out a little shy, and it showed those first couple possessions. We had a breakdown in special teams. A fake punt led to a 35-yard, first down. That was their first down of the game. That was,
and then they just they just had their 2nd first down of the game. So our defense has been looking really good. Our offense, probably first game jitters a little bit. Some of those new guys in.
First 2 minutes of the season sometimes a little rough.
Yep.
It showed, but they're clicking now. Scored 3 straight possessions. A couple nice passes. Blocking's been good. We've been driving guys over backwards. That's what you expect.
Yep. Well, we've had 2 touchdowns in passing from Nick Reed to Ethan Ty, and then Isaiah Dams had a 68-yard touchdown run. So kind of reminiscent of last year. Some big plays, quick hitting offense, I guess. And so there's a little shovel pass to Bowers, but
Cole Silver.
Ethan Ty
with
and
his- yep.
Ethan Ty went low and brought him
hurt.
down.
That's not
Bowers
good
is
for-
hurt, and he was short of the first down, and he's down there. Ethan Ty went low and tripped him up. It's going to be 4th and about a long 2-3 yards. We've got one guy sitting on the sideline here wanting his ankle retaped maybe, I guess. I'm not sure. And now we've got the trainer. I know we've talked about this before, and it looks like Colo Nesco's got their own athletic trainers. So we've got 2 trainers out there, and the Booster Club for the Wildcats is good enough to help us support or sponsor. And we have Beth Griggs, who travels to all the football games, home and away. And just with this day and age, with the way things go, it's just nice to have that on, have somebody like that on the sideline. So hopefully it's nothing serious, but both trainers are out with Bowers.
That was really a nice play design. I mean, I was expecting a little, longer pass. They've had a little bit of success with some boots, and then they just slipped Bauer in on that little shovel pass.
Yep.
And I mean, it looked pretty from way up here. And
There's a nice play. Ethan's a
Ethan-
little outsized.
yeah,
Bauer comes in at
Ethan doing his best Trey Howell impression.
Yeah.
Came flying
came
in
low,
and
yeah.
hit him low, and unfortunately Bauer, I
He's
don't know.
he's 6'1", 205, and Ethan checks in at 5'7", 140.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's nothing serious. You don't like to see a senior's season get ended.
No, I mean, he's kind of been the workhorse for
Yeah.
him last weekend, this
Yep.
week, and
Just his size, obviously, is
Right.
going to be a big advantage. So
when you carry that much, you get hit that much.
Yep.
And
so they're lifting him up, and he's not. Yeah, they got
he's
some
keeping
help.
that left leg
He's
off
not
the
putting
ground,
much.
so.
He's not really putting any weight on his left leg, so we'll see. Hopefully, there's nothing serious. So as they get Bowers off the field here, it's 4th down. I don't know. 7:29 left, and it's 30. They're on their 35-yard line. 4th down and about 3. So I don't know. You're down 22-0. You're in the second quarter. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
2 of your best players just went out of the game, so
It'll be interesting to see how they adjust here. I don't know if
Yep. they don't really have much.
they come out throwing or
Yeah,
they just
that
lost their
could
go-to
change their
workhorse.
offense for sure. So it's 4th down, and
You expect some kind of hard count here. And
Andrew
heck,
Shantz has been doing their punting. We'll
They've-
see if he's going to drop back. It looks like they're calling a play.
I think you go for
Yep.
it. I would. Don't jump. Probably a hard count.
Yeah, very well. Yeah, offsides definitely would give them a first down. So, no, they snap the ball, and Roberts is going to keep it, and he's got. Oh, nice.
Cole Silver.
Cole Silver gets a hand out there, and I think it just kind of disrupted. 27 had the ball there. I don't know. He might have been out of bounds when he caught it.
Yeah.
It would have been close. So
It'd have been close.
It would
Cole
have been
Silver
a-
got a hand right there and was just enough to distract him. And
So nice defensive play there by the Wildcats. And so we're going to take over on downs. So we have nice field position. We're going to be at the Royals' 35-yard line. And Bree, how much time is left? 7:08 left in the second quarter. It's 22-0 Wildcats. And we're going to get a timeout by the Royals. So since this is their first possession here with a couple of their players out, so maybe they probably have to shuffle around a few players. So maybe they just want to.
yeah, probably trying to regroup a little bit.
yep.
Yeah.
Tim wants a scoring recap. Well, we had the scoring is, I think I mentioned Isaiah Dam had
Isaiah
a
Dam had a
68
68-yard run on a counter play, and then
Nick has hit Ethan
Nick's
Ty.
hit Ethan Ty for 2 long passes.
Ethan made a
and
great catch on one,
Yeah.
great catch and throw on the one. Both of them were good plays.
That might
so
have been a Sports Center
Yeah.
top 10 play.
went
Kinda
up over.
reaching over the
Yeah.
receiver's back and pulling it in.
Yep.
It
So
looks like
tho-
we got Cameron Marsh might be.
yeah,
checking in
Cameron's
here.
got two.
Which-
Cameron's got two 2-point conversions running it in, so that's where we got 22-0 for the Wildcats.
Might have got ripped off on a 2-point conversion by Nick Reed in the back of the
Yeah,
end zone.
that
but
was
looked
close.
Really good from my angle.
Yep.
But
So the Wildcats come back out on offense. Direct snap to Isaiah Dam, and he makes a move, and
he's got 10 yards,
yep,
13 yards on the carry.
13. You can do play with that.
Isaiah Dam takes the snap and faked a handoff to Marshall on the end around and decided to just dive up the middle with it and gain 13. Makes it 1st and 10 from the Royal 23-yard line. Looks like Cam's in the traditional quarterback spot, going to take the snap. Marcus Prusman in at fullback. Cam kind of bobbles the snap, gets it. He's got a couple of yards.
He better cover the ball up.
He kind of ran the ball with like it was a loaf of bread out there. But gets 3 yards, holds on to it.
So it's going to be 2nd and 6. So nice little gain on first play. A little change up there.
Isaiah Dam coming back into the game here. Ball's on the 20. Wildcats looking to find the end zone. Nick Reed's got a mismatch out there on him. The kid looks like he's about 5'4". Nick at 6'7". See if we try to get it out to him. Nope. Isaiah Dam up the middle. He's going to go untouched. 20 yards for a touchdown.
Nice blocking over there on that left-hand side. Draven Silver did a nice job. Splitting Nick out on the top up there kind of puts a little pressure on that.
Spreads the defense out a little bit. Puts a little more responsibility on that linebacker.
And that was a nice block by Draven Silver. So let's see what we're going to do here. It looks like, are they bringing Marshall out for the extra point? Yep, looks like they're bringing Marshall out here for the extra point. Keegan is the holder. Keegan Kula is going to hold. It's always a little
theatrical.
Well, what do I want to say? Yeah, it's always a little interesting when you got Keegan out there holding the snap for Marshall. So we'll see. It's low snap, and he gets it set, and wow, he really kicked that. Nice. Extra point is good by Marshall. Great kick, low snap. Keegan got it set, and just like that, the Wildcats have 30. Or is it 29? 29, my bad. I was thinking 2-point conversion. Yeah, we went for one there. So it's 29-0 Wildcats. And how much time? 6:01 left in the second quarter here. So this is a little reminiscent, kind of nice of last year, building up a quick lead.
Yep. It's sorry, Wildcat fans. I'll be a little quiet on here. I can only see like maybe 40 yards of the field. They've got us up in a storage closet in the crow's
Literally.
nest. So we got the camera crew, we got coaches up here, we've got
old
everybody with one seat.
Old coolers, we've got an old popcorn machine, some boxes. Yeah, we're literally like in a storage closet. So there's 4 of us up here. So Bree's the clock manager because she has the best view because she's hogging the window.
I can see between the 30-yard lines and then the goal line, sort of.
But we do have these nice new headsets. Shout out to Dr. Cronin and we can move around. And we've got about 4 foot, 5 foot cords, so we can move around a little bit, but we don't really have very far
from one wall to the other.
Very far to move because we are in a storage closet. But hey, we'll take it. We're enjoying a beautiful night. Wildcats are up 29-0.
Kick by Marshall.
Great kick. Marshall's legs getting loosened up now. 2 back-to-back kickoffs that go into the end zone, so it'll be a touchback.
So 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Royals will take over for about their 5th or 6th possession.
Yep. They've got, to my knowledge, and I'm not keeping some handwritten stats, but I think they've got for sure 2 first downs that I can remember.
Yeah, the fake punt and then that
and
last.
Then the one.
Yep. Last possession.
Yeah, they got one on that last possession. Our defense is.
Keegan's got at least 1 sack, maybe a couple tackles for loss. Draven Silver opened up the play with a loss of 7. Flying in and taking out their wing T formation and just blew it up in the backfield.
Yep.
And the Wildcats in a 3-3 here.
So Roberts.
Fumble on the play. 52 got. Is that Draven again? Is that
no? 52 is Brady Koba.
That might be his second fumble recovery now.
Did he get that other one? I couldn't tell who got it. Yeah, Brady. There was a handoff by Robertson. And now, as we mentioned, or if you're just joining us, we got Mr. McLaughlin and Cooper listening. Cooper, hopefully you feel better. Heard you've been under the weather lately, so hopefully you're feeling a little better.
Missed him in PE today.
Enjoying the Wildcat
So Wildcat ball on the 1st and 10 from maybe about the 10.5-yard line, and then we fumble it right back, and they get it.
Who fumbled it?
Prusman, it was a direct snap to our fullback, and
Marcus is one of those new
sophomore,
players.
Yeah, getting his kind of first taste of varsity. Maybe got the jitters there.
Yep.
And I couldn't tell if it bounced off his hands or his chest, but it ended up in the Royals' hands, and they're going to take over on the 9-yard line.
So I guess if you're going to fumble, of course you don't want to fumble, but because we were that close to a touchdown. But the way our defense is playing, when they get the ball this deep in their own territory, hopefully we can make something happen and get it right back here. As I mentioned, though, Bowers just went out in the last series with a knee injury, and so they've got some different backs in there. So they're still in the quarterbacks under center with 2 split backs, and there's another fumble.
And we get it back.
And
This time
Draven
it was Draven
Silver
Silver.
gets it. So I guess nobody wants the ball. There's 3 fumbles in a row.
So really, if you look at it, we just gained 4 yards off that last fumble. So we'll take it. And the ball is now going to be on about the 5-yard line of the Royals. Nick Reed coming in.
We actually gained
in.
a yard on that, didn't we?
No, we gained 4 yards
Gained
because it
4
was on
yards.
like the 10.5.
Yeah, there we go. We gained 4 yards on that. So
I can't really see that end of the field. So
Coach Ratliff.
we got Cameron Marsh, and I expect the big fella to just take it up the middle.
There he goes. Nice snap, and
he's going to get tackled.
he picked up,
short,
got inside the 5-yard line, picked up. Laura wants to know how you're coaching and announcing at the same time, and I
Laura
guess just
who?
I don't know, Laura, somebody who's on our staff wants to know how you're doing both. You're just talented, I guess.
I want to know how they're texting and driving.
Yeah. So the
All right.
Wildcats, yeah, they're
Got
lining
Cameron
up here.
in the up back, and Marshall in. and
Oh,
that's
this
gonna
be a procedure
yeah.
call. Little mix up there between snap and I think Cameron was running before he got the ball there. He was anticipating the snap and was leaning forward a little bit, so that puts us back. So it's going to be just inside the 10-yard line, 2nd down, repeat. See what we do now.
Well, I think we're going to score a touchdown here.
All
That's
right.
what we're going to do. We got Reed out left. Now we got Marsh in the backfield. Maybe we hand off to Marshall. Nope. Oh.
Bad snap.
And a bad
snap,
over
and there's
Cameron's
another
head.
fumble.
And that's going to go back to the Royals.
Well, they gained a couple yards on that because
We've
they're
had
going to get it at the
4
11-yard
turnovers
line.
in 6 plays in the last 6 plays.
Jesus. Well, you can tell this is the first
First game of the year for us. I don't know.
it's theirs. Yeah, really. They've had a game.
Yeah, they played last week.
They played last week, got beat by HLV. So,
well, we got the Ratliff crews listening in at home.
All
Carson wore
right.
his little Wildcat football jersey all day today. I'm assuming
We got-
Addie's there listening, and obviously my wife Ashley is glued to the computer for a Wildcat cast. So looks like maybe a fullback dive there for about a half a yard. Not
the
sure.
Wildcats' defense has really been nice.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. Just a couple of
I
two-play
mean-
breakdown, and that's all it takes for 8-man to get a first down or a touchdown.
Well,
but
and
luckily,
the one was on the special team,
Yep.
and then the other one, I mean, their biggest gain was, 8 yards so far?
yeah, maybe probably pretty close.
I mean, we've done a really nice job. And
There's a quarterback
Roberts
sneak up the
keeps it.
middle,
Oh, and
and
then he's tackled right away by Draven.
Trying to, I don't know how much time's left, Bree. 4 minutes and 10 seconds. I thought maybe they're trying to get out of the half, but
There's 4 minutes and 10 seconds left, and if you're listening, it is 29-0 Wildcats. We've had Nick Reed hit Ethan Ty for a couple touchdowns, and then Isaiah had a 68-yard touchdown run, and then was it Cameron?
Cameron punched in two
2
point
points.
conversions.
How'd we get? Who scored that last touchdown?
Ethan Ty, right? Doesn't he have 2 receiving touchdowns?
Yeah, but we scored again. Oh, it was
Oh, boy,
Isaiah,
that's
I
gotta
think.
be-
Oh, almost picked off by Ethan. Ethan's having a good night.
Yeah, Draven Silver was in the quarterback's face Looks like he's big enough he might be able to eat that kid.
No kidding. The
And
quarterback
panicked and kind of put the ball 15 yards down the field. It fell between 3 Wildcat DBs, but it was so
Colo
bad they couldn't even catch
Nesco's
it.
quarterback's 5'5", 145.
Yeah.
So he's a little guy. Isaiah Dam has 2 rushing touchdowns.
Oh.
And there's
yeah.
Keegan. Keegan's going to
get a
go in.
block? Nope.
Oh, they're going to call Keegan maybe for offsides. I'm not sure. It looked like he was through there quick, but it was a late flag, so
maybe a holding.
it could have been a holding, hopefully.
Never know what these guys are going to call.
Yeah. So there was Marshall let the punt bounce, and it was down by the Royals, but there is a flag, and it looks like they're talking to the Wildcats, so it must be holding. I'm guessing we say.
Well, I mean, we could decline it and take it at the 28.
Yeah,
I'd make them punt it from the back of their end zone.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a good punter, but what the heck?
Yeah, but you're hoping that you're going to gain a little bit here.
Maybe get a block and a touchdown.
Yeah, or a bad snap.
Yep.
And they're talking it over.
Yeah, it looks like the Wildcats are going to take it back at the 28. I mean, I
could say either way.
That's a safe play. I mean, anytime you can get the ball, I feel like you should take it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, just the way things are going, you never know.
Right.
I mean, it could be a weird. What if we get roughed the
safety
penalty or fumble it or something? So
I feel like when we had 4 turnovers and 6 plays that deep, I might have made them do another play before they.
So we got Ethan Tye in
it.
here. Well, now their officials are talking it over here.
Still talking it over.
Not sure what's going on. So again, if you're listening out there, it's 29-0.
Wow, we're going to take the penalty from the end of the kick, so I don't know what the play call was. Hold. How can you do that? All right, we'll take it. Whatever. It's now a Wildcat ball in midfield.
So it was holding, and I guess we can take it after.
Defensive holding on the return. It's an interesting.
Oh, maybe it was after the punt or something.
Yeah.
Now they're still confused because here comes another official running in. Now, well, I guess this works out for the best.
Yeah, I guess.
Wildcats are going to have it just short of midfield. There's a snap to
Ethan Tye with the spin takes it up for a gain of about 4, maybe 3. Makes it 2nd and 7 from the Royals' 39-yard line.
Just over midfield. So it'd be nice here to kind of have one of those kind of grinding
drives
to take up a bunch of Yep.
We got Nick Reed split out wide. Marshall Vandeveck at the Z. Prusman still in the backfield. Snap to Ethan. He fakes. Oh, blows right by the first defender, but gets tackled right at the line of scrimmage. They must have sent a blitz there, and the blitzer was busy following our spinner or our end around guy, and
so
Ethan ran right past him, but into another wall of defenders. So 3rd and
8, probably
8-ish.
Yep.
Maybe we lost a little bit there.
So
Wildcats coming in. We got Isaiah Dam in the backfield. Marcus Prusman fullback. Nick Reed split out to the right. There goes Marshall around. Isaiah fakes. He goes up the middle. He's going to get a first down and then some. He's still going. He's got
Isaiah ran
40-yard touchdown run. And
he ran over
bodies.
31. I know we have been calling his name that Shantz. He just ran over Shantz, pancaked him, bounced off of him, and took it in for a touchdown.
Put the shoulder down and let him have one. That was.
If Nick would have blocked him, he wouldn't have had to worry about bouncing off of him. But Isaiah was just like, let me just run over him.
Yeah, he knew what was going to happen.
So just like that on 3rd down and 8, Wildcats get another touchdown. 2
minutes and 2 seconds.
Well, we were just talking about a grinding offense.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that Tripoli game last year where it's like we're trying to get out of this and touchdown.
Yeah.
Continue. Yeah, it should be a continuous clock now that we're up 35. Or what is it, Bree? I can't see the scoreboard. 35, so it doesn't matter what we do here unless we let them.
And there's a nice extra
boomer.
point by Marshall. So just like that, it's 36-0. And there's 2 minutes left in the first half. And Wildcats got it rolling now. Still some things, some stumbling here and there. I think Coach Myers on that last offensive possession was hoping to do some stuff without Isaiah, trying to get Ethan and maybe even Marcus involved again after that fumble. And see what they can do without, you know.
Sure.
But they brought Isaiah in when we went down 3rd and 8, and he came in and got a touch. He's like, let me do this. I'll get a touchdown for us. So
Yeah, he put the shoulder down and let the defense have it and finished off. So
Yep.
Marshall's teeing up here, ready to boot it. Last couple kicks have been well into the back of the end zone. First one kind of shanked it. I think he maybe overkicked it a little bit. You know, first boot of the year.
Yeah.
Wanted to
The
really
second one
blast one and
was one of the high little short ones. Chance for the coverage team to get down there. The last 2 have been out of the end zone, so we'll see what he does here. He's got a good leg for a little guy. There it goes.
there he shoots that one. That's going to be,
Whoa.
through the end zone. Another touchback for Vandeveck, so it's at least 3 of those on the year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where he ranked last year in the
I don't
district
know.
with them, but with
He
as
had
many,
a lot. He was
with
first.
as many as he
we think.
had, I feel like he was number one. And
Mm-hmm. That's a great thing.
it's huge in 8-man. If you can, I mean,
Because, you know, it just gets so spread out.
Yeah.
And if you've got a
if you can't kick it high enough or deep enough on
Yeah.
that small field, they're going to have a great return, whether they set up a good return or not. It's just how it's going to work out.
well,
That's
and
why.
if you got a kid that's got some speed and can get past the first the first wave, a lot of times they're gone. And so there's a little roll out there by Colo.
Gain of about 4. Brings up 2nd and 6.
Defense is really looking nice. Obviously, trying to replace Niall Coughlin, and I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, TJ and Wyatt and Trey Hollop, the top 3 tacklers, are gone this year. But I tell you what, we've had some guys, Brady and Draven and Keegan, have stepped up here. There's a run up the middle.
You know, we could rip the door off this popcorn machine and make a makeshift mirror so we can see that half the field. Because I'm pretty much worthless at this point right now. I can't see the offense or the scoreboard or anything else.
Well, they're coming up your way here.
Yeah,
You should be able to see
Give me
them
a
pretty
few
soon.
and I'll be able to see what's going on.
So it's 3rd down and about 1 for the Royals. So we'll see here if the Wildcats can make a big play and get a stop. They've got Keegan moved back to middle linebacker, so he's not blowing up the line like he was. And there's a good push by the Royals, and they're going to get another first down. So I think that's their 3rd first
I
down
think
of
so.
the game. And the Royals are going to take a timeout. So with how much? 37 seconds left. There's a timeout. They have the ball 1st and 10 on the Royals' own 29-yard line. So we'll see what happens here. I'm pretty sure this is their 2nd timeout. I don't know if, again, they've been running everything out of a quarterback under the center and 2 backs in the backfield split. So
That's a wing tee, Karth, wing tee.
I'm glad, Dr. Cronin, we could make your wife happy. The whole setup's working out pretty good, so so far so good.
Hopefully we didn't get you in trouble with that shout out. I know if I bought headsets, my wife wouldn't be happy. Nah, she's all about football. She'd go for it right away.
And there's Keegan
There's a
coming
snap,
up.
Little rollout by the quarterback.
Oh, knocked
by
down Brady.
Brady
Nice.
Kova
Got his,
having a day.
yeah, Brady's recovered a couple fumbles. Brady adds a little different look on defense than what we had last year. He's tall and
lengthy.
he's
I mean,
more length than last year. We had more power, Niall and Wyatt and TJ. Not that they weren't taller, but they were bigger guys, whereas Brady's a little more slender, but is a little more agile. So kind of nice there. Gets his hand up, knocks it down. I guess the Royals had one more timeout, so that was a incomplete pass. It'll be 1st and 10. How much time's left there?
About
22 seconds. So
just be smart in a prevent here.
should be the
fall
last
for anything
play.
underneath. And
Yeah. Get into the locker room here, up 36-0.
had a little breakdown in our scrimmage last week. We'll see if
Yeah. Hopefully
see if we
Marshall.
make the same mistake here or not.
So again, if you're joining us,
Don't mind those mistakes in this. You make those early before
Yeah.
games hit. That's a good time to make
well,
them.
that's
and
a
then you
good
can
idea
fix
to
'em.
have that scrimmage. Yeah, and had the starters play the first half, and there were some good things out
looks
it.
like-
But again, that's why
Looks like
you
we
do
got
it.
4
So
DBs on the field, and we're
got
gonna
Cole and
yeah
Marshall and Nick
6'7"
back.
Nick Reed with his heels about 20 yards deep.
3 linemen, so we'll see. There's going to be a handoff
Handoff.
around, and so we're just going to run it. Oh, nice hit,
Cole
Cole Silver.
with the decleated. Oh, they're gonna
Man.
call that helmet to helmet. Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh, what a great
no
hit!
way.
Number 2's down.
Oh, come on.
That almost looked a little bit like Trey Hollop last year.
That was a
Cole Silver
blast.
comes out of his D-back position. He was kind of deep, taking away any long pass,
Yeah,
and he
came
comes
on the
up and
sweep
just
and
made
just-
a nice sweep and just.
I mean, it was a pretty violent hit. I don't.
It was a hard hit, but I mean,
it's
that
gotta
was
be a
he.
helmet-to-helmet
I thought,
call, but
thought
I
he had his
don't-
head up.
Yeah, I don't know. Cole Silver's about
No, Cole Silver
5'6",
comes in at
113 pounds.
5'7", 140.
Yeah,
And usually coaches always add about a couple inches and about 5 pounds, right?
yeah. Nobody's. Yeah.
Nah,
The standard for me was always at least 2 inches and 5
yeah.
pounds. Okay, it was going to be a holding call.
Oh, okay, holding. I was gonna say if they called
it was
that,
right
yeah,
it was right at the spot of the hit,
yeah.
and the runner's down. He's getting.
He's
carried
coming out,
off.
so they got another guy. So they got, and we're not trying to, but this is the third guy who's
Yeah,
can't
he-
walk
he's
now.
getting
They've got looking
totally
down here.
carried
We
off.
can see the bench, and there's Bowers is on the ground, and
I don't know, 34
and number
2.
34. Yeah, I can't. And
Unfortunately,
Berg
you
sitting
don't
on
wanna
the
get hit, but
bench,
that
and
was
number 2's down. So
Cole Silver at a DB spot.
Yeah,
kinda
that
came
was a nice
flying
hit.
in, saw the play, sniffed it out, and
but
just put a blast on him. And
so it's going to be second and long here, and I almost think that's what's Keegan doing there? Did he call timeout?
well,
Oh,
I
they
think
let
he
her
was,
run out.
Yeah, he was trying
Yeah,
to get him to jump.
I do think that.
And there was motion, but yeah, they're going to decline it and just get out of the half.
Yeah, there was motion
would
for
think.
sure, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's just get to halftime. Is the clock down to 0? Yeah.
Yeah.
And yep, they're done. So there was a procedure penalty. So good first half for the Wildcats. Kind of got off to a little shaky start there at the start of the game. So coming into halftime, it's 36-0 Wildcats. Like I mentioned, we got off to a little rough start. We had first play of the game, like first 2 plays, I think, were penalties, moved ourselves back, incomplete pass, just missed the incomplete pass, or just missed the pass, that's why it was incomplete. But
Yeah, that would have been
I mean,
a really
yeah, it
great
would've
catch.
been, yeah.
And it was
he
there.
was
He
there.
had the opportunity, but
Yep. And then our defense got a good stand there, and on the first defensive possession of the game, or the defensive opportunity, and then offense still was looking a little shaky that second possession, but then we've kind of gotten things figured out, and Isaiah got us on the board with a 68-yard TD run, and then Nick has hooked up with Ethan Ty for 2 long touchdown passes, and then
Isaiah Dam's got, what, 3 touchdowns? 2
2.
touchdowns?
And then, 3. Isaiah then came in. So Isaiah's got 3 touchdowns already on the night. Nick's got 2 passing touchdowns to Ethan. So, the Wildcats are picking up right where they left off as far as like kind of a big play offense.
Right, yeah.
We picked up right where we left off. All of our scoring plays have probably been over 20 yards, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so.
Both passes, the 68-yard. The one run.
The
The
last one was
one run
40.
was probably inside. Was maybe inside 20, right around 20.
Yeah, but that's
his
just
second
because
one.
they fumbled and
Yeah.
gave us good field position.
Yeah,
That's not our
but
fault.
I mean, it was a big play. So,
Yeah.
know-
They just missed their pigskin scholarship kick here at halftime.
dang it.
Bummer.
So everybody's looking good. No injuries that I know of for the Wildcats, unfortunately.
Yeah,
For
a couple guys tired, but that's
Yeah.
going to happen. I don't know
You gotta
what
work
the
yourselves
temps
into-
were, but it was it was in the 80s today. I thought it was pretty warm.
It's
So-
got to be about perfect right now, I'd
Yeah.
say. So anyway, again, we're doing this a little different. So don't worry, we're not the Wildcat Cast anymore, but we are bringing you all the football games this season, and you might hear Ratliff and I. You may hear us.
Well, I probably won't be on this too much. It'll be blowout days like this where I don't need to be doing anything else. But when you have a continuous clock going, and then the
No,
second quarter,
but I was gonna
I'm
say,
not
yeah.
too worried about.
This is how. So how do you like doing football? This is your first football time. It's kind of fun, huh?
Well, I've only seen half the game because.
Well,
like I
yeah,
said, we're stuck in the closet
announcing.
here,
This is your
but-
first time announcing football.
Yeah, I
It's
can see
kinda
where
cool.
it's fun. I
Yeah.
mean, I've got to tone it down a little bit, so I've been trying to.
Oh,
sit on my
Denise,
hands.
I'm jealous. Denise is sitting by the fire listening to the game. That's what's cool about being able to do this. As I mentioned, we aren't the Wildcat Cast anymore, but we are Wildcat Sports, and we're going to try to bring as many games as we can to you guys. And then we're
Well,
just going through our own YouTube channel. So let us know. I don't know if we have the email. We're kind of learning about this.
Yeah, I
Ki-
don't
and
know if
so
touch
we
anything
may
and then we
have-
wreck it or
yeah.
not.
I'm not going to touch anything tonight. But there is a potential. I know with
Take
the
that.
other, when we were the Wildcat Cast, we had email capabilities that we could have people email us in and we could give shout outs. And so that's my next thing, is to figure out if we can do that and get an email address out there, because it is kind of cool to know.
Oh, we got a new subscriber. We got Cogs listening in.
And not everybody has my number, and so between Cody and I, we know that there are some of you guys out there listening, and I'm sure there's a lot more. And so we will kind of work on that, but this is something we decided to try, and we really enjoy bringing all these broadcasts to the Wildcat fans, especially like for football, because this is like almost a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, this is a tough
This is
one
a long
today.
drive, and then we've still got some long
I mean, we can
drives
go
coming up.
going back to the Starry family around
Yeah.
the fire. I figure they could probably have dinner made for us
Yeah.
and expect us back in town right around midnight.
Can
1
we come
o'clock.
over?
So I'll
Thing
look
is-
for the fire, and
All
hopefully
right.
there's some leftovers. Probably not with Wyatt around.
Well, I'm not going to go back to Central City, so it's a little out of my way. But it is a great night, and then, again, we're doing this. And so if you know of anybody out there who's not at the game and who wants to listen in, again, you can go to our – if you're on Facebook, you should like our Facebook page. And I'll always no, Lindsay, we don't need to post any numbers. But if you haven't liked our Facebook page yet, you should. And every week I'll remind you guys that we're broadcasting live, and the link will be there. And it's going to be permanently on our homepage of our webpage. And so Trevor Fluhop, our tech guy, who I got to give a shout out to him, because he really helped me.
He's been working on this since this summer.
Well, we tested it this summer. We thought we had it down. Then we tested it at the scrimmage, and it was like, oh my God, this isn't so good. There was a huge amount of feedback, and just everybody could hear everything. So him and I, and then he's sick yesterday. He wasn't at school, so he was here today, and then we couldn't get the mics to work. So he's been working with me, and I have to give him a shout out. So everybody's been texting and saying that things are sounding really good. So we appreciate those of you who are listening. We appreciate the feedback. And like I said, we'll get an email, so that if you do want to email us, you don't have to, but if you do want to email us and let us know that you're out there.
I think there's a live chat that goes on with it, because I
Yeah,
know we saw
but
it this summer, but
But right now my thing says that I can't access it, and I don't want to do
it's probably because
anything.
we're out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, maybe I needed to refresh the
Wouldn't have
page.
these
I'm not
problems if we were
sure.
at home.
So,
Or is it this?
no, don't change anything.
I'll just press buttons. Carth, come on.
No, don't touch anything.
Just one.
So anyway, we're having a good time here, and this is Cody's first one, and you might hear Cody and I again. When it comes to volleyball, he might be the go-to volleyball person. So anyway, again, we want to give a shout out to our loan sponsor, Next Bank. From your first checking account to your first car, first mortgage to retirement, and all the money matters in between. Next Bank people relate because they're your people. They're in your community, sitting beside you at the kids' games, working local fundraisers, and shooting the breeze at the grocery store. Start building the banking relationship of a lifetime with Next Bank. Conveniently located in Central City, Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Marion, and Coralville. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. And so
if you're just tuning in, the Wildcats rolled to a 36-0 lead here at halftime. We got about 8 minutes of the half left. So if you need to go to the bathroom or get some snacks, now's a good time. Otherwise, you're just going to listen to us talk about whatever comes into our heads for the next 8 minutes, which
well, I did start doing this. Next Bank does do more, and some of you have heard me say this if you've listened to Wildcat Cast in the past, but we do appreciate that, and I mentioned some of the things, and just as a continuing, Next Bank they help with the homecoming parade, they help with post-prom, they contribute to post-prom, they help with the fine arts boosters, the robotics team. They supported the robotics team last year. I guess we can talk about some of this stuff. This is the new year, and just putting a recap maybe a little bit on last year. We really didn't get a chance to talk about it because I think it happened so late into the spring, and we may have been done with our Wildcat Cast. But for those of you guys out there that don't know, we have a pretty good robotics team, and they actually made it to the World Championships last year. They had come close the last 3 years, but were able to make it last year and went to Detroit, Michigan, and they did okay. It was a huge experience for them and a learning opportunity, and we had some really, I don't know what I want to say, really some experience from the robotics kids, and so it was kind of good to see like Chase Van Amerongen and Maddie Fleming and Spencer Levenhagen, and they were all on that team. And another name is slipping my mind. Alex Hoffner was on it, and so it was a great opportunity. Those guys were all seniors, and Bree Hackman here, our video and time teller here tonight, she got to go, and so it was a great opportunity for the kids that had put in that time and be rewarded with that. So. I know the robotics, we lost Coach Malvik. Mr. Malvik took a job. His wife actually took a job out on the East Coast, and so
they moved to Boston.
Yep, moved to Boston, and he's got a teaching job out there. So we were sad to see him go just from the classroom perspective, but all that he's done for the robotics program. So Laura Meyer is going to be taking over the robotics program. No pressure, Mrs. Meyer.
But it's worlds or bust.
Yeah. So the robotics team had a great season last year, and Next Bank's a big sponsor of robotics. Also, they help with sponsoring our yearbook, and they help with the mental health and community resources night. So we really appreciate Next Bank. We love working with them. We love what they do for our school. It's nice to have that tie in the community. So if you're just joining us, it's 36-0. Wildcats got off to a little rugged start there. Defense kept us in the game early on. We had some miscues on offense, but then we got things going. Isaiah Dam has rushed for 3 touchdowns, and Nick Reed has hit Ethan Ty for 2 long passes for touchdowns. And then Marshall Vandevet has kicked 2 extra points, and Cameron Marsh has run in 2 2-point conversions. So that's where we are right now. The Colo Nesco band was just performing at halftime here, and they're coming off the field now. And again, we are in a broom closet, I feel. So we got 350 left. We have these great new headphones where they have these long cords. Before we had these crappy headphones, and they had like about a 12-inch cord. Now we can actually move around a little bit, but we don't have anywhere to move because we're in a little broom closet. So anyway, that's what happens when you go on the road, and it is what it is, and hopefully everybody who's out there listening in is enjoying it. And again, if you let your friends know that we're doing this, last year we were able to have people listen in from Alaska. I think, Cody, one game you had family that were out in Alaska or something, wasn't that?
Yep.
And they were listening in, and I think we've had people that have been out of the country, listening.
Yeah, we had, who was it? Was it the Noonans? Maybe
Uh,
somebody in Mexico
right,
last year
and,
still able to follow along.
Yep. And so, and we've had some former students that were on spring break playing baseball down south that were listened in, and so we've had people listening in all over. So when let family members know that we're going to be doing this. Like I said, we're going to be doing all the football games, and we'll be doing some of the volleyball games. I did a volleyball game last year, and I'm not going to lie, volleyball is probably the hardest to announce.
I don't know what I'm doing with volleyball. They just hit it back and forth over the net, and
So-
I know when we score. And I don't know all else.
So Cody and I are going to give that a shot this year and try to get a couple of those on the Wildcat cast. Unfortunately, we only have 5 home games this year, and all of our games are relatively further away. So, but we will get some volleyball games on here, and then we'll be doing basketball again, and then then that takes us into summer. So we're just going to enjoy this fall season though right now, and.
Looks like both teams are getting back out on the field here.
We're here. Bree's back, so now she can go to her spot after we move a little bit, so she can get to the front of the broom closet, and she's going to tell us how much time's left because she's got the best view of that. Minute 42 left.
I got this live chat stuff figured out, Karth. It
Okay.
looks like McLaughlin and Coughlin are negotiating a guest player contract. We got the Fritchers listening in.
What's a guest player? What?
Contract to come on the Cat Cast.
Ah, like a guest announcer?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
And Trey Hollob's listening in because he's a college kid on a Friday night. That's what I'd be doing too. Still supporting the Cats. Love it.
Trey's probably got a football game tomorrow.
He just might.
I think I heard on the news that College is opening the season tomorrow. So good luck to Trey.
We got the Yoders and the Noctiborns. And Trevor was listening. He's probably paying attention to Northland by now. But
Yay, Trevor. I'm glad he's listening, and we're getting good feedback, except for now I've got to figure out, because we did have this chat set up, and it could just be for the fact that I should have refreshed that.
I bet if you just click a
But
couple
I'm
buttons,
not
it'll be perfect,
touching
Karth.
it. No, but we're not
God,
touching
come
it.
on, take
no,
a
no,
chance, Karth.
no,
Just
no.
roll the dice.
Oh, no.
Roll the dice. Go big or
Nope.
go home.
Nope.
All right.
I'm staying right where I'm at. I'm not touching
I'll
the
just
computer, and neither are you. We'll
You
figure
need to go
that
to the
out.
bathroom yet, or
No,
I
I'm
can
good.
cover for us if you just.
No, 'cause
they're
you're not-
right downstairs.
I know where
and-
they're at. I already went
All right. Well.
before the game. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Just one quick time. You just go down the stairs quick.
All
I
right.
can't even reach to get to it because there's a cooler and a popcorn machine and 4 other things between us, so I couldn't hit the computer if I needed to.
Is he coming back up here?
No.
Oh, okay.
Dibs.
Oh, Ratliff's moving up in the broom closet to the window so he can see a little better.
Getting this window seat if I can get through here.
Now
There's
it's-
no lights, so
well,
it's
we
kind of
could
dark.
turn the light on. Do you want me to turn the light on,
No,
or is it going to
too
bring?
late. I'm already in here.
Is it
good.
going to bring bugs in?
I just need Bree to get out of my way so I can see. Perfect. All right, 2:48 to go.
Should I leave the light on?
No, it'll probably mess up the camera.
Oh yeah. All right, we don't need the light. I know all the numbers for the Wildcats.
Yeah, we might see some JV guys in here, Carl, so
Yep,
I might test
I
you.
got my thing right here. All right, so last warm-ups.
Boy, I've never been up here for a halftime of a football game. It's kind of boring. I don't know how you do this all the time. I'm usually down there getting guys going.
Fired up.
And
Yeah. Well,
is-
it
this is
depends. If
terrible.
it's a close game, there's a lot of things to talk about, and if it's kind of a blowout like tonight, well, then you just talk about some other stuff.
I need to just
Give shout outs to people who are out there listening. So the Wildcats, it will be interesting. This will be a good test, though, I think, for the Wildcats that they did put some points on the board. Now, for some of these new kids to know that you still have to come out and you have to play 4 quarters. Obviously, we've been able to, on the line, we've probably got a better line than them. We're bigger than them. But it'll be interesting to see if we can maintain our intensity and
How are you doing up there? How are you doing down there? Is this Nick Reed? I don't think this is legal. You probably need to put that on.
Yeah, it's Nick.
So anyway, this will just be a good test for some of the younger kids to maintain that intensity. We are bringing out our starters. It looks like we will be kicking off. We received the kick. Well, I don't know. For some reason, we're looking like we're
we should be receiving the kick because
no, we kicked off to start. They kicked off to start the game.
So we deferred.
Oh, we deferred.
We deferred.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
Well, no, hold on. It was goofy. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. I didn't bring this up earlier because I was so confused by it. They won the toss and elected to kick.
Oh.
So that gives us the choice in the second half.
Okay.
And we are, of
Obviously,
course, going to take the ball again.
All right.
I've seen this twice in my coaching career.
I don't know.
Career.
Yeah,
it
quite
doesn't happen
understand
very
that.
often.
All right. So we have our first string in there. So we've got Marshall back deep. Isaiah's in there.
The other time this happened was in a blowout victory with Mason Poston and Lucas Kramer and the boys in a JV game
Oh,
at Midland.
there's a little
onside kick.
but it didn't even go 10 yards. So.
Oh my gosh. Why are we anywhere near the ball right now? It only went 4 yards.
So it's got to be our ball.
Had a Wildcat come running in to jump on the ball, but the ball only went 4 yards.
Oh, there's a penalty.
So they are going to say that Colo touched it first, even though we were in there. But, yeah, that situation.
That looks like a Cody Ratliff call. One time when I remember doing some announcing for some junior high football, doing the old onside kick to start the game, or is that Coach Byers'
No,
call?
That's a Coach Ratliff, and we kind of talked about it earlier. If you don't have a kicker like Marshall that can boot it or get it 10 miles in the air in the 8-man game, you're better off to just try to get an onside because they're going to get it. What's the difference if you let them have it at the 30 or the 35, or you do an onside kick? Maybe you get the ball and it's at the 40. So. It's easy to get the ball out around midfield in the 8-man. So, statistically, if you get an onside here or there, an extra possession, that could be something. I mean, that's worth the chance. You're going to see it this year in junior high.
So Cameron Marsh is in the backfield,
takes
direct snap.
Yep. Falls forward for about 2.5 yards, maybe 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it brings up maybe 2nd and 8 here for the Wildcats. Looks like Marsh came out, and now Ethan Tighe's in the backfield. Going to take the snap.
That looks like Cole Silver.
Is it? Whoever it is, they're going to get.
Yep, there's Cole.
Yeah, Cole Silver, number 10. Yep. So he gains about 6 on the
Nice,
play.
nice little run. Looks like
little sweep action there.
I don't know. Is that Wade Yoder's in? I don't think he was in the beginning of the game, was he?
Yeah,
nope.
I know he's in there now.
Yeah, Wade Yoder's first appearance looks like he's in it.
So there's a couple changes there. Now we've got Cameron Marsh is back in.
They're rotating guys in faster than we can keep up. But looks like Marsh in at quarterback, Reed out wide. High snap. Marsh gets his hands on it. He's going to get the first down.
You know, this is going to be a good opportunity to kind of do a mix that we still have like Draven out there.
Right, but
and
see what else
have
you got.
Marshall,
Good
Dustin Ferris is 66, and Dustin's out there, but kind of being able to rotate in some of the younger guys just to
looks
see.
like we're swapping guys who's going to run the ball. Cole Silver's back in. He's going to take the next snap here. We got Marcus Prusman, sophomore, still at fullback. They've had to move guys around a little bit here in the last few weeks, and Cole's going to go. Oh, nice run. Cole,
nice
tripped
Cole,
up.
just tripped up. He had a big hole.
Yeah, big hole there, and one hand caught his ankle, but he still is going to gain 6 yards.
Yep.
Takes it down to was that the 10-yard line of the Royals? So
probably about 12, looks like. It's going to be nice to kind of give Isaiah a little break just for the fact that there's going to be games where we're going to need him for all 4 quarters, and no sense of having him getting pounded now.
Right, yeah, save him.
And again, like you said, let's mix it up and see what some of these guys. Oh, Cameron, come on, man.
Yeah, high snap. That was tough.
And they're going to.
It's probably a holding call, I would. It's going to be a high snap. Marsh jumped and tried to get his paws on it, and it ended up being a fumble and recovered by the Royals. We got 9 minutes and 37 seconds left. False start on the Wildcats. Oh. So.
Do they have to take that penalty so that then that fumble doesn't count,
I mean,
right?
that's a
it's a dead ball.
No fumble on the play because.
All right, so procedure. So I guess we'll take that. That's one time that a penalty's good. So now they're bringing. Nope, they're going to have Cameron.
Looks like Cameron's in the backfield again. Nick Reed's back in the game out wide. Marshall Vandeveck. Another high snap. Cameron's going to be on this one. There's couple of blue jerseys on the ground, but the one that was still up there made the tackle.
35 blew in and kind of got Cameron around the waist and slowed him down a little bit.
Yeah,
if it would have just been 35, I think Cameron could have drug him probably for a few more yards, but that slowed him down just enough to get another Royal in there for the stop. So it's third and 9.
Yep. 3rd and 9 from the Wildcats from about the 18-yard line here. See if we can't punch one in. You got a 6'7" guy out wide.
He's got Cole in the backfield. Can he throw the ball?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
Whoa.
Ooh, another high snap. Cole's going to take it. He's got some wheels, though.
Get that first down.
Yeah,
that's going to make it for sure. We'll go for it.
No, they got him. Yeah, we're going to go for it.
Did they give it to us?
Nope. Fourth down. 4th and about 1.
Yeah.
Boy, it looked to me like he had it, but
Cole's quick. I mean, he got that.
He
hit that hole, and he was
nice burst of speed.
Yeah.
Hit just shy of that second level. He's still. What did you say it was? 140.
Yeah, 140.
Yeah, maybe if it was
if
raining.
That,
yeah.
no kidding. He's probably about more
so.
like 130. He's just a little guy.
Yeah, but he nice run there. A couple of times he's gotten real close to a breakaway, and just one more guy to beat, and they've made the stop. There he is again, and he's going to get the first down easy.
Oh, they're going to call
flag.
hold.
Probably a
Marcus
hold.
was standing instead of blocking. It's hard.
Get that first down. You get down to about the 5-yard line, and we're going to get a holding call, I'm assuming.
Probably. Yeah, they're talking to.
Oh, no, they're talking to the Wildcats right now.
Oh, they sure are. I saw one official's talking. Looks like he was talking to Colo Nesco, and now another one's talking to Nick. So.
Not sure anybody knows what's going on right now.
Chop block.
No, what?
Yeah, or a block
Well,
below the knees.
So the defense apparently is diving at the knees
of our linemen.
Because there's no rule about tackling below the knees. And
so that's going to give us a 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 4-yard line.
That's half the distance, yep.
Yeah.
So 3, maybe. So it looks like we got, half the distance to the goal line.
Cameron Marsh back in here.
Yeah, see if he can.
And he's going to get the snap. He's going to be chugging down.
They're coming in behind in there.
There's another flag.
But that's coming in so late.
That might be a face mask. I'm not sure. Because it was out. I mean, the only guys holding on the defense.
On Royals. Wow.
What? So
that was weird because, there really wasn't any Wildcat for an offensive. No, they're moving it back. They called it.
So he pointed
wrong.
the wrong way.
It's it might be the first game for the officials too. He pointed the wrong way. I was going to say that we were
in a game before.
Yeah,
that's interesting call there. All right, so 1st and goal from the 15.
Yeah.
Nick Reed split out right. It looks like we got Ethan Ty in. I don't think we're going to throw one to Nick.
No, that's still Cole.
Yep.
Cole and Marcus and.
Uh-oh.
Whoa! Turn around! Oh, I don't know what that was.
I think it was a bad snap that hit off one of our up backs.
Yeah, and it bounced up in the air. Marshall, if he would have looked, he almost could have caught it as he was cutting behind Cole, and he could have went for it. So the Wildcats had 1st and goal on the 3-yard line. Now we're back to the 20. This outside the 25-yard line, so not really what we want to see here.
Coach Myers is going to be a little frustrated with this. I think you're going to see a different look. You're going to see a tight, and you're going to run some crossing routes against this man-to-man coverage.
Yeah, we got some different linemen coming in, and Ethan Ty's back in.
There's going to be a catch on the right side of the field back there.
Now they got Ethan.
Ethan's at quarterback.
Yep. Nick's pass.
Hand off to Marshall Vandeveck. He's going to come up throwing.
Marshall's going to throw.
Reed's
there
wide
it is.
open,
there
underthrown, touchdown still.
Nice little throw by Marshall.
Hey, did he catch it right where I said, Karth?
Yeah.
Man, I should
on the
do
right-hand
this for a
side.
living.
You should. Marshall did a night. That's the play that they did on the 2-point conversion, and Marshall.
That's a tough play. It's an end around or
Yep.
a sweep
Sweep.
action, and then you come up throwing to a 6-7 receiver.
Yeah.
So
Nick
do you
did a
come up
little
and-
better job
yeah.
though of kind of curling and staying in where I think in that 2-point conversion he kind of ran away from Marshall.
Yeah.
Marshall was looking for him maybe to come across the end zone there and hit him. Either way, it works for a Wildcat touchdown. And
Van de Beek on for the extra point.
not the
Kind of a rough
best snap,
but it's gonna
but
be
Keegan
good.
got it down and got it.
Yeah.
So-
Score is what, 44 to nothing, with 6:30 to go. 43 to nothing. 6:30 to go.
Well, Mr. McLaughlin knows somebody here from Colo Nesco, so Mac, you're going to have bragging rights again this year, it looks like, unless there's a tremendous comeback.
After the game at Nyland's Cafe.
6 minutes, 48 seconds left. 43.
Oh, Wildcats getting ready to kick off here. Hopefully they can keep the shutout going. I'm assuming they're probably going to start getting some. I mean, I think they tried to get some different guys' looks there in that last possession,
Yep.
but when it's not totally out of hand yet, you still got to punch it in when you have a first and goal. from
Oh,
the
yeah,
4-yard
I mean, you
line and
can't
end up-
fault them for,
Yeah, they tried,
yep.
and you end up back near midfield. It's time to just
Mhm.
finish the job, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that Coach Myers went with that.
Yep, that was a nice play. So, again, Marshall's in to kick off, kicking it off from the 30-yard line. And there's the
There's
kick.
a
high.
high kick, but it's going to be fielded about the 10. The run back here. at the
Whoa.
20, and let
Isaiah Dam comes in and just reaches out and
just kind
stops
of
number
weight
one in
roomed him
his
there. Yeah.
stops number one in his tracks, takes him down. He's kind of put his arm out and says, "You're not going any further."
Yeah, it was a head-on collision, and Isaiah drove
So it
him
looks like we've
backwards.
got our first string defense out there. I see Isaiah, I see Brady and
Cole's out there.
Cole and Ethan.
Is that Jack out here?
I can't
can't tell.
tell.
It's
It
not
might
Nick
be.
Reed.
Yeah, it might be.
I think we got Jack
Uh,
Kramer in here.
No, Marshall.
No, that's Marshall.
Nope, yep, it's still Marshall. So it looks like we got our first string defense out there.
Oh, little counter play.
Whoa, and there's
Cole
Cole
Silver,
Silver,
oof,
and then
makes a
knocked
play,
out of
but
bounds.
Nice job by the
Yeah.
runner to keep his feet moving.
And then
And
Isaiah Dam cleans it up.
yep,
Grover with a gain of 5 on the play.
not sure if that was Draven Silver in the backfield there. Almost got to the quarterback before he could hand it off, but
Draven and Keegan have been
yeah, they've been tough.
hanging
to
out in the
guard.
backfield. They got Keegan told me they're trying this new 3-3 defense, so it looks like that's what they're in right now, and that puts Keegan more at a middle linebacker. But here he comes, looking like maybe he's going to blitz, and he
Got
got
those size
Cameron
17s a little close.
got
to
Cameron to jump. So right now you need to just play fundamental football. I mean, you're up 40, was it 42 to nothing? You know, you don't need to
The, yeah,
do that kind of stuff. Just
you just gave him another first down.
yeah, there's a first down, 1st and 10. Just want to, work on some fundamental things. Be disciplined so that in a game like you mentioned earlier where they could try to draw you off sides or something, I mean, you're up. Just make the plays. We're handling it. So another learning experience for everybody.
So it's gonna be first down from the 32-yard line, and there's a
That was
great
Keegan.
great move by Keegan to
And
get
then-
hit the running back 4 yards deep, but couldn't bring him
And
down.
then Ethan Ty and Brady Kobe come in for the
Yeah.
stop
I
there.
mean, they still got a loss on the play, but Keegan had the beat on him, and he was really going to have a nice tackle for loss there. About his
Yep.
probably 8th one of the game.
Yeah.
He's been unblockable from the first snap
Yeah,
of the game
really.
on defense.
2nd 10 right now.
Cameron Marsh at nose,
And you still have Draven,
Koba at D end.
and I think Draven's on the other
Yep,
end, isn't
Draven's
he?
at the other end. Isaiah and Keegan at the corners.
Oh, this
Oh, boy.
There's a fake.
There's that.
Oh.
Oh. There was the shovel.
Oh,
Are you
they're
kidding?
going to call that personal foul.
Oh,
I'm
he's behind the line. I don't know what. I mean, they
I
tried
wonder
the
if
shovel
they're
pass.
saying he was a defenseless receiver because the ball that would have been close.
That was a screen pass. I don't think that
Yeah.
should be.
Maybe they'll pick their flags up.
They're talking right now, and
I mean, the thing is if they would have caught, I mean, what, now you can't hit a guy just because he doesn't catch the ball?
well, even if he hit him before, it's backfield. I mean,
Right.
we'll see. They're gonna.
What are they going to call? Well, one guy picked his.
One guy picked
Oh,
it
they're
up.
talking to the Royals.
Yeah.
Now one official's going over and talking to. They're calling something here.
I mean, it's got to be a
Personal foul. Oh, helmet to helmet. That wasn't a helmet to helmet. But, oh, well.
It was a shoulder pad to the middle
Yeah,
of the back.
no kidding.
It's just a
If
vicious,
anything, he extended his arms and didn't even hit him with his helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, way to sniff out that shovel pass. That's the 4th time we've seen it, so I'm glad we made the adjustment and finally was there to stop it. Unfortunately,
The next time they call that, the kid that they're shoveling it to is going to say,
yeah, I don't. Think
I don't
so.
want that play.
I slipped on. I'm not going to get there.
All right, it's back to pass.
Long pass over Cole
Oh,
Silver, but no,
no.
he got his hands on it. It
Cole
was
almost had the
underthrown, yeah.
pick, but I think he was a little off balance and was starting to fall, and it went through his hands, and almost the Royals receiver almost made a nice
Nice
catch
play,
on
yeah.
it, but then was that Marshall who came over and hit him?
Yeah, it must be
Marshall came over and hit him and knocked the ball out. So nice defensive
Cole's
play
receiver
there.
got a step on him, and the ball was thankfully underthrown, and I thought Cole
If
got
Cole
both
was
hands
about
on
a
it.
quarter of an inch taller, he probably would have had the pick.
Yeah, that was a nice recovery by Cole because
Yep.
he was beat. It
Yep.
was just tough throw when you got Keegan and Draven and Cameron
Exactly.
or Ferris. There's
So it's
4 linemen now.
2nd and 10, and the Royals are in Wildcat territory at about the 32-yard line.
There's
There's Cameron Marsh has got him, and
that was a free shot to
Yep.
the quarterback. They tried to double team. We went back to our 4-man
Yep.
front, and
they were worried about Keegan.
they were worried about Keegan, and they put 2 or 3 guys on him, and Cameron Marsh just
came right up.
straight beeline to the quarterback, and
That was a
loss of 5 there for the
third
for the
and
Royals.
14 now. So big play right there. So again, if you're listening, the Wildcats are up. How much
I think
time?
it's 43-0 with
Is it 43-0, Bree?
2:40 to go in the 3rd quarter.
43-0, and we're just about done with the 3rd quarter. It is a running continuous clock right now.
Yeah, you want to still keep that shutout alive.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Oh,
another
nice
sack.
play.
I can't tell. Is that Koba? Or
Is that
Prusman?
Marcus Prusman?
Might be. Yeah.
That's
yeah, Marcus
that's his
Prusman.
first sack of the year, of his career, probably. Nice play by Marcus getting in there.
Yeah, must have sent a blitz on that
Yep.
one. And
He was able to dive in and make the play. So
another loss for the Royals.
hopefully somebody's watching that split out over here.
4th and 17. Yeah, we got a guy on in this time.
4-17, and they are back in the Royal territory at about their own 38. There's the snap.
Draven Silver might get a. Oh,
Nope.
I thought Draven was going to get a block. He was there.
And that
Ooh,
ball
get out
is
of
going
bounds.
to.
Bounced over. That
just
should be a touchback.
Yeah, it's a touchback. Well,
Yep.
I will say that was close. That
The
ball
ball-
slowed
yeah,
down
it
and
was
took one last hop and just got out of
Angled
bounds.
right at the pylon and
Wow.
just took the bounce over the
Yeah.
pylon and set out of bounds. We'll take it.
Yep.
Little breathing room. So let's see what the Wildcats do. Looks like Marshall's staying out there. Is that Eli Fleming coming in, 81? Is that Eli?
Yeah, Eli's 81,
Prusman's still at fullback.
I think. Yep.
Trying to get some mass subs in here, maybe,
Yep.
or moving guys around. Who's that coming in? That's Wade Yoder.
Wade's coming in, and
Keegan? Is that Keegan Kula still?
yep, Keegan's on
Who's
the
12?
line, and then 12 is Jack. So
Jack.
or no, Jack. It's Lucas Greif.
Lucas Gryphon.
So freshman here,
All right, let's see what
seeing
Greif's
his
got.
first playing time.
Had a nice baseball season. Stepped
Yeah,
up
he
as an
did.
8th grader. Fakes it. He's going to keep it. And he's
And
going to got his first carry for maybe a loss of
Nothing.
one.
looked good,
he
but he
looked
didn't.
like he was running fast. Just
Yeah.
didn't get up the field.
The one thing
1
is
minute to
they're
go in the
starting to come in and get us from behind, so I'm not sure if we're not getting a block over there or we're just hoping that we're going to get past that.
Well, it might be a snapping issue because
Yeah,
we usually leave a guy unblocked.
yeah.
But
Braden Rickles, if he's number 27, is coming in. if I've got the roster right. I don't. If I'm missaying this, I'm going by the quick stats roster, and 27 is Braden. I'm pretty sure I saw that. There's Lucas again, another spin, and he got caught again.
Got caught again.
Sometimes it's kind of maybe just direct snap and let him run right up the gut. Isaiah seems to have a lot of success with that.
Well, he's got
I know.
maybe 60 pounds of muscle
Yeah.
as a freshman, so we'll see what happens here. I think we're going to try to just run out the
Lucas-
clock and get out of this quarter.
5'5", 130. What are you talking about?
5'5", 130, maybe in a year.
If he stays in the weight room, working in the weight room.
He does work hard.
Yeah, he
I
does.
can't
He had
talk
a real,
bad about him. He's just a freshman playing.
He's a great athlete.
playing big time football right now.
Started all summer on varsity as an 8th
Yeah.
grader. So
Yeah, he had a heck of a baseball season.
started on the infield. I called a game earlier in the year, and he was in the infield. Then later in the year, when I called the game, he was in the outfield. So, but I know probably injuries and sicknesses and injuries and who knows what. But he's pretty athletic, obviously, to be able to move around and the coach to have confidence in him. So going into the fourth quarter here, Wildcats are up big. What was it, 40? What did we say, 42? 43-0. First game for the Wildcats. And again, nice to see that we can kind of pick up a little bit where we left off. A lot of big quick hit plays is what it's come out to be. And last year, most of our scoring, I feel like, came on just some big plays. I didn't study the stats enough to know, but we had to have, if there is a stat, like the yards as far as big play yards. So again, we've had some of those tonight. And starting the fourth quarter, again, we've got some subs in, so we'll try to do our best here. We've got Lucas Greif in again.
Flip the field, so now I
Yep.
can't see it again.
I'll get stand up and you. And Jack Kramer is in also. There's a false start. Eli Fleming's in. Again, Braden
27 was Rickles. 52 still
Okoba.
Koba.
Wade Yoder's in.
A lot of young guys in.
Mm-hmm. Mac says it's Brandon Kelly who's the principal of Colo. Well, Mac, you've got bragging rights over him.
Well,
hopefully you're texting him and doing a lot of trash talking right now.
And we beat him when he was at Northeast Hamilton, too. So
There's a
just
spin.
throwing that out there.
Yeah, there's a nice little run by Lucas. Is a spin, and he got hit behind the line of scrimmage and
Going to bring up
and,
fourth down in a punting situation,
yep.
4th and long.
was able to make up the penalty and get back to the original line of scrimmage. Broke a couple tackles there, so. Got Nick coming in to do the punting. Draven's coming in to help on the line here. Got Brady. So we do have some of our starters in here on the punt, probably just to give protection. Try to get a big punt away here. There's a high punt, and it's fielded and fumbled. And Isaiah
Dam right there
was right there, and the Royal just fell on it. So
I might fumble if Isaiah was
yeah,
full
I know
speed at my face,
and
too.
I might just lay there on the ball.
I probably wouldn't try to return it. I don't know.
So the Royals are going to have the ball, not in bad field position, 1st and 10 on their own 27-yard line. And again, on defense, we are seeing still some of our starters. I think Coach Myers wants to send a statement and try to have that shutout.
I don't know. I think there's a couple subs
Yeah,
out there.
56. Colton
Nowatzki,
Nowatzki.
freshman, another freshman getting in there.
Yeah. He's on the line. Now there's a timeout. Who called? Did we call that timeout?
Probably we took a timeout
Yeah,
just
it
to
looked
get our
like we were a little
It's
confused
tough
out
to
there.
mass sub in a
Yep.
hockey lineup at this point in
Yep.
the game when the JV guys have had absolutely no playing time right now. So
How much time do we got, Bree?
10 minutes to go here. Let's see if this JV can keep the shutout alive.
This is going to be. I don't know if there is much of a JV schedule.
Well, I think they've got 6 or 7 games
Oh,
on the
do
schedule.
they? Nice.
But
This is nice though to get into because Colo doesn't have a huge
right, they don't have a huge roster.
roster,
so
and so I mean,
Hopefully they can sub some
maybe
JV
some of
guys.
their player starters are better than another team's JV, so it's a good opportunity for our guys to, play varsity football.
So it looks like Nowatzki is going to be at an end. Koba at the other end. Marsh in the middle. 36, is that still Prusman?
Yep.
And then 27 is Rickles.
Yep, and here comes Tristan Diedeker. I can
Tristan
tell by the way he
Diedeker,
runs.
run, yeah. Wildcats sitting in the 3-3, dive up the middle.
And there's a
wrapped
tackle.
up by Marsh. And 56, is that Rickles again?
56 was Colton
Or
Nowatzki.
Nowatzki. So Nowatzki getting in on the tackle there.
I tell you what, I have Tristan in class, and he's put on a little muscle this
He has.
this summer.
He's done a
I
little
was
weight room.
we could really tell a difference just from last year to this year with Tristan Diedeker. So it's not just Tristan. A lot of those guys are lifting in the morning. So
Yeah, and I think Tristan's got in on some special teams. I noticed earlier.
yeah,
in the
he
game
was
too,
on the
so
special teams. Yep, for
He's
sure.
starting to turn that corner, being
Mhm.
somebody to lean on.
Yep.
There's
There's
a
a
sweep,
handoff sweep.
this way.
Whoa,
We got a
Colton
whiff.
ran right by
Yep.
Colton.
That's Colton tried to arm tackle a varsity running back. That didn't
No,
work out.
actually, that was Braden
that was
Rickles.
That was
And
Rickles.
Colton Nowatzki made tackle.
Oh,
So
had a-
Colton's first solo tackle there, or at least he was in on that one. Somebody did come in a little bit, but Colton, I think, made the stop.
All right, that was a good tackle, Colton, but we
Yep.
need to do that 6 yards up the field. Your D lineman, not that far back.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Royals on their own 38-yard line. So we would have got about 8 minutes to go. Oh, 9:20.
9:20 to go. Here we go. Come on now.
There's a handoff, another sweep. And there's Braden. And Braden got him slowed down a little bit that time.
Oh, can we get a holding call?
And there's Jack Kramer and Luke Birds is in. New.
Oh, Birds.
His mom's the new science teacher, so he made his first tackle of the year. So it's nice seeing some of these guys in. And there is a penalty. Was it? Oh, it was a penalty on the Wildcats, so I didn't see what that was. Our volleyball team's going to open up the season tomorrow at the tournament in Cascade, so we will not be broadcasting that game, but for all the volleyball fans out there,
We might not be back in time.
yeah, no kidding. Wildcat.
So I don't know what the call there was, but they gave
Yeah,
him 15
it
yards.
was a, it was a personal foul. I didn't see. There's that
a
little shovel
Oh,
pass,
They're going
and
to take it.
Marcus
down to the
Prusman comes in behind, shows a little burst of speed, and makes it a stop there. Nice job by Marcus. But anyway, they're having a tournament at Cascade, so if you're a volleyball fan, you can.
Be first and goal from about the 5-yard line. The Royals are moving the chains here against our JV. Thanks to a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah,
a nice
that didn't
shovel
help.
pass, and
Yep, that didn't help. So they're inside the 10, close to the 5. There's a
little
mix up there.
miscommunication. Quarterback ran
Come on,
into the
come
fullback.
come on, Braden. Oh, it's going to be a touchdown, I believe.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Dang it.
Just getting out a little wide there. Our ends, I think, are getting sucked in, and we're not getting that corner turn. I think they ran that same play about 4 times. So
Yeah, it's almost kind of a
it's just like a little
Boot.
fake, and then the quarterback's keeping it coming off. I guess they did do the shovel pass, so.
shovel pass one for about 25 yards. They're lining up for an extra point here. See if the JV can get in and block one.
Yeah, they're going for no good.
No good.
Number
All right.
27 for the Royals comes in and attempts the extra point, and it's no good. So it's going to be 43-6 Wildcats. And how much time we got, Bree? 8 minutes and 8 seconds. Bree, the timekeeper says. 8:08 left in the 4th quarter. So good outing for the Wildcats. On the road, you always take a win on the road. Next Friday, the Wildcats are going to be home, and I believe it is against Tripola.
Yep.
And that's going to be a good contest.
I like kicking their butt.
Hopefully we can do that. And so, Wildcat fans, we will have a home game next week, but we will be broadcasting. So if there's friends, family, grandparents that don't live in the area that can't make the game, make sure you let them know and listen to the broadcast. So
still got that continuous clock rolling for the Wildcats, but it's getting close.
Yep,
It leads down to 37, so something to keep an eye on. Maybe we can just return this kickoff.
yeah,
Call
got,
it a day.
I think we've got is it Marshall? Looks like we got our starters here on our.
There's a couple
They're gonna
well,
up. They're gonna kick it to Isaiah. Dam takes it up back, and there goes Isaiah. He bounces off, goes outside, and Isaiah.
gone.
He's gonna take that back for a
Unless
touchdown.
He runs out of gas, but there he
Nope,
gets tackled.
got
on the goal
tackled
line.
in the end zone. So
No
Cody,
penalties.
you said
Hey, you know,
run it back, and that's exactly what we did.
That right there is a perfect example why if you can't kick it in the end zone, you
Yep.
need to onside it or squib
Yep.
it, make it
Squib
bounce
it.
around.
Yeah, you
because
need to squib it.
it was kind of a low
just a
line
little
drive
pooch.
to a guy that's only 20. I mean, that's
Up
an easy
back.
return.
Yeah, and with Isaiah, as good as he is out there.
Yeah, and of all people,
He got
should
around.
not probably kick it
Yeah.
to that kid.
So Marshall's going to attempt an extra point. We're having a hard time knowing who's on the line here. Keep having people run in late, but we got Cameron Marsh in here now, so we're going to have Marshall attempting the extra point again. And Keegan's hold. Oh, nice snap. Oh, and it's blocked. Best snap of the night. Whoa, Keegan. Best snap of the night, and it's blocked. They came around on the right edge and laid out and got that. So just probably a mental breakdown there on blocking. We did have somebody run in late, so I'm not sure if we had guys set where they're supposed to be. But the Royals are fired up on that block, number 36. He's over here high-fiving his teammates.
I would be less fired up off a block when we just gave up 6.
Yeah,
that's
no
just
kidding.
me.
You did just give up a touchdown.
It looks like Springville's up 45-16 over Tripola.
Wow.
So
That'll be.
let's hope we get a couple of wins off both those
Yeah,
teams.
Tripola.
Both got
or
orange jerseys.
that'll be
and
Springville's second win of the year. They opened up last week in the 0 week, and they beat Winfield Mount Union, I believe.
yeah, I think that was a one possession game, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the time was or what the score was. I just know they won. So Wildcats are
ready
going
to
to
kick.
kick off. Marshall's getting a good workout here.
Van de Beek up, gives it a boot. That's
Going to go in the end zone.
Through the
So,
end zone.
yep. So, we got Marcus Prusman and talking to number 56.
I think that was just accidental running into
Yeah.
each other there. I don't
Like,
think
I didn't mean to hit you.
Prusman's holding his hand like maybe
Maybe-
it hurts a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
all
they
right.
accidentally.
That's
yeah.
varsity football.
Yeah.
You're gonna get those every now and then.
So Colo Nesco will have it on their own 15-yard line to start this possession, and it's fourth quarter. Wildcats are up.
Looks like we got Dedeker.
Still, and there's that
Prusman.
sweep around that right side, and
Yeah.
Braden Rickles still can't make the tackle. And they pick up a first down and
Yeah, gain of 15 there.
knocked out of bounds by Jack Kramer. And
Number 1.
Lucas Greif kind of got a push in there. Knocked him out of bounds, Jack Kramer, but first down. I don't know if Braden's just not getting out there quick enough or what. It's 3 times, at least the one time he whiffed. These last 2 times he's gotten his hands on him. He's just not getting him brought down.
Yeah, he's got to hit a little lower.
Yeah, he's got to go a little lower. He's trying to go. There's a fumble, but it's picked. Whoa, there's going to be a face mask, at my guess, if they saw it. Maybe
Nope.
not. They didn't see it. There's Marcus Prusman with the tackle. So
Prusman's going to be wore out.
kind of a lucky. Yeah, he's on
one of the
offense
few
the whole.
guys that have been in the whole game.
Yeah,
Along with
he had the one.
Koba and Ferris all logging lots of minutes here.
Under
Seven-
7 minutes
7
to
to
go. Timekeeper says. I'm just going to go straight to her nickname, Timekeeper. Also, just as far as some activities that are going on with the Wildcats, our cross-country team had a meet at Mount Vernon. It's sort of like the pre-season meet, and Emily Stahl picked up right where she left off last year, finished second overall. A girl from Ames beat her. Don't know. I didn't catch.
Ames. We probably won't see her.
Yeah, we won't see Ames anymore. That's
Maybe
a
they'll
pretty
meet at
big meet.
Drake.
But so they opened up their season, regular season, then Tuesday at Williamsburg at 4:30, and that'll probably be some JV and some varsity things going on there. So good luck to all the boys and girls cross country runners. There's Braden coming in, and
Not catchable. Not catchable.
Yeah. They wanted Jack Kramer for pass interference, but no call. Braden Rickles did a good job of getting in the quarterback's face and forcing that pass. Oh, and then
2nd and 10 here for the Royals. On the 40-yard line. Getting ready to snap here.
now we're going up the middle. Oh, there's a nice tackle. Jack Kramer came in and made a nice hit. Stopped him short of the first down. Nice tackle.
Yeah, it was a nice
right
tackle.
right short of the 30-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and about what, long 2?
Long 2, yeah.
3rd and a long 2. Nice play there.
If I was going against
25 wanted to come out, but they told him to come back in. That's Luke Birds. They're like, stay out there,
Yeah.
Luke. Oh, Jack Kramer's going out
Kramer's
instead.
coming out, Birds in.
Under 5 minutes.
Gonna be a sweep
Whoa,
this way,
no.
and another missed tackle by
Braden is having a heck of a time, and there's Marcus Prusman.
Yeah.
With the Braden actually read it better that time, and
Yeah,
he
he
could have
was
made the
there. He
stop behind the line of scrimmage, but the guy just went through his hands. I'm gonna tell.
Gotta wrap up.
Yeah, he's not. He's just trying to arm tackle, and he's not on junior high anymore. And these guys aren't going to come down just with an arm tackle. He's going to have to get his head in there a little bit.
Well, not his head, Carl.
Well, he's going to have to get his whole body in there a little bit and wrap up a little better.
Hands.
Yeah. So that was a first down for the Royals.
There's a
And
quarterback rollout and underthrown, picked
yeah,
off, number 12.
Birds.
Is that Birds, 12?
I think so. Yep. No, Lucas Grife.
Yeah,
Lucas
Grife,
Grife.
I was just saying.
Yeah, no, that's right. Lucas
So
Grife.
Lucas Grife got him
Got
an
his first
interception.
interception on varsity, and great play. He had great coverage. I don't know what the quarterback saw. Lucas was.
Like a one-man route, and they were
Yeah,
throwing to the end
Lucas
zone
was
no matter
right
what.
there with him, and
Wildcat ball on the 11-yard line.
yeah, way underthrown, and
How much time's left, Bree?
under
Under
4
4.
minutes. That was a big stop by the defense, not to give them another just kind of a crappy touchdown. So these guys are kind of growing up here a little bit, making some plays. Now some of those same guys are going to be on offense. So we've got Jack Kramer in. We've got
Eli Fleming maybe out here.
And a snap to Lucas, and he hands it off to Jack. Jack does some
nice dancing, gets a couple extra
and,
yards back to the line. Well, doesn't get any yards, but saves the loss of yardage.
I think he is going to lose.
Okay, so he is
he
going to
got
lose
it deep.
4.
He lost about 3 yards on that.
Sorry, I can't see that end of the field. I just saw him, I could see him dancing, and I thought maybe we were.
2nd down and probably about 13 to go there on that loss.
From the Wildcat 10.
So here comes Lucas in. Again, we do have our JV in there, and I do see that big kid for.
Yeah, they got their starters in.
They got their starters. That's just fine, though. That's good. Good opportunity for these. We talked about for these guys. There's a snap to Lucas, and he's going to keep it, and he's just going to run and got back to the line of scrimmage. We're just we're a little outsized on the line.
Yeah.
Right now.
What's the
I'll tell
size of 78 there?
78, 6 foot 250.
Just tackled our freshman QB.
We don't have
weigh
anybody
120.
we don't have anybody on the line probably over 150 pounds.
Boy.
Maybe they should run to the other side of the field.
Well, he's at nose.
He's in the nose tackle.
He's got to run away from him.
At 250.
I like an old. Quick
Brady,
kick here on
but
third
Brady
down.
is probably only about 160. He's not even going to be close. That kid's got 100 pounds on Brady. Oh, they're double teaming him with. Well, it still didn't help.
Yeah, Brady. 52.
Brady and Wade double teamed him, but there's still another bigger kid out there too. A couple other big kids. So 4th down and long for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it looks like the starting punt team's coming back in for the Wildcats.
Yep.
They probably don't have the JV punt ready yet.
Yeah. That's
I
all
think
right.
another week and a half before the JV
Yeah.
is getting in
So
their game schedule.
timeout on the field. Looks like the Royals must have called timeout.
Must be sitting in their pump
That
block.
they're going to get their pump block in because Nick's going to be standing on the end zone when he gets the snap. So hopefully he can get off a kick here. What are we, under 3 minutes yet, Bree?
Yep, minute 39.
Minute 39, a minute 39. So this is an opportunity for Colo Nesco to work on their, I guess, bring the house. Let's get a block. Try to
Yep.
score a touchdown with a minute 39 left. Actually, they're not. They're anticipating a fake or something. It almost looks like they're in their normal base defense. It looks like.
Do we got? Is that our JV? I mean, there's a couple JV
No,
guys
Nick's
out there.
back. And there's a
High
straight
kick,
up,
about 20.
and it's going to take a Wildcat bounce. So it ends up being okay, and it right about midfield. So the Royals will take over at their own, or in the Wildcat, about 39-yard line here.
All right, JV, you got 3 minutes to make some
No,
tackles.
minute 30.
Minute 30. Oh,
Got a minute and 30 to hold these guys.
minute 10. Gotta love that continuous clock.
Now a minute. So maybe one or two more plays here, and then Wildcats are going to have the first victory of 2019. Looks like they.
We didn't have enough guys.
Oh, geez. So there's that little. They like that.
They like that shovel pass.
That quarterback almost over the line of scrimmage. Dang.
Yeah, it's
That time he was close.
nice little play. We might
he
have something
boots
similar
out.
to that.
He boots out and then just does like a little 3-yard pass, but we got our hands in on that one. I'm not sure who was over there. Somebody got their hands in on it.
Under 30 seconds.
So this
30
could
seconds to go.
probably
here.
be the last play of the game here. Under 30 seconds, timekeeper says.
Probably move these corners back. They're sitting
Yeah,
at 10
no
yards.
kidding.
They need to be about 20 right now.
No kidding. And there's
The dive up the
middle. Oh, nice.
Oh, he wrapped up and he broke the tackle.
That was-
down.
But there we
11-yard
go.
gain.
There was.
Is that going to do it,
there's-
Bree? What do we got for time? 6 seconds.
That was Luke Birds
5.
on the stop there. Yeah,
They
I think
just
that
took
was.
a timeout. Are you
Oh,
kidding
you're
me?
kidding me.
Oh, my
Oh
God.
my gosh. How much time?
6 seconds to go.
Four
4
stinking seconds, and you call freaking timeout. Come on.
Well, that's sweet move here.
God. So that was, I think, Marcus Prusman did a nice job meeting that back right at the line of scrimmage and had him, and he spun him, and then
Yeah,
he
had him
kind
wrap-
of spun Marcus off of him, and then he got up there, and that was a nice play by Luke Birds, freshman, new to the school this year.
You see what we just threw in there, Karth?
Looks like we got Nick Reed and playing center field.
Nick Reed standing with his
Yep.
heels on the end zone here.
They're like, go ahead, if you want to call a timeout and try to come up with a pass play to score,
Might
we're
have,
going to
might
put
have
Nick
our
Reed.
interception
Yeah,
specialist in
no
here.
kidding. Throw it over
Tough,
him.
Tough to throw over.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what,
I wouldn't be
they still
surprised
have
to see
Lucas
that shovel
in,
pass
and they
again.
still have, we have Jack. Lucas got that pick that last time. He did a great job of covering his defense. He was right
yeah, we
there
took a
with that.
lineman out. And just-
Yep. And they're not even out of the shotgun.
I wouldn't be
so.
surprised to see that shovel pass.
Oh, yeah,
the
there's
sack.
Braden Rickles almost had him. Oh,
There's the pick.
there's this interception by Nick Reed
makes
to
the
end the
interception and
game,
walks out of
playing
bounds.
center field. There's a flag on the play, so
I
if
think
it's
the quarterback was 9
No.
yards down the field when he threw
oh
it. so-
yeah,
Yeah, that's we're running off.
yeah.
So the pass was
yeah,
was a
what was that
forward.
quarterback thinking?
Yeah, I don't know.
Jesus, he had ran about 10 yards. So
Yeah.
you cannot, and so obviously the game's going to
That's it.
end because that was not a defensive penalty. It was a cross the number 7 didn't want to get tackled. So
49-6 is your final, all the way out here in
Colo.
not too far from Lames, Iowa.
I was told if I go to Ames, I went too far. I said, don't worry, I won't make it that far.
I'm not even going to Ames when the Hawkeyes go to Ames.
Hey,
You and I's going tomorrow. They'll probably beat them.
yeah,
so soften
that
them
would
up.
be pretty sweet. So we're going to wrap things up here just for the fact that we got about a 2-hour drive, or not quite a 2-hour drive home. So thanks for joining us for our first broadcast on Wildcat Sports. using our YouTube channel. And as I mentioned, if we'll be broadcasting all the football games, and so if you know family people that can't make it to the home games and or the away games, that you can go to our Facebook page, like our Facebook page if you haven't already, or the web page, and you can
nice little service we get to offer thanks to Next Bank.
Yeah, Next Bank is
Fully
sponsoring
funded.
this. Yep, and great game tonight. I mentioned got off to a little rough start, but kind of expect that. You know,
if you can win the first game of the year by 43 and nobody gets hurt, I think that's
So
JV gave up the only
the
scoring
varsity
drive they had.
defense probably gave up maybe 4 first downs. That might be at 3.
Yeah.
You know, so the defense looked really nice. And
they definitely have more penalty yards than
penalties are something I'm sure Coach Myers is going to talk to him about. We had some just kind of silly ones, and just like, you know, but that's okay. That's
learning opportunities when you can have a bunch of penalties and still win by 40.
Yep. So as we mentioned, we will be doing all these volleyballs tomorrow. So let's cheer on good luck to the volleyball team. Tuesday is the cross country real or not the home opener. It's their real meet. They just had that was a warm up meet at Mount Vernon. So they're at Williamsburg on Tuesday, and then we'll be back at it here next Friday from home, where the Wildcats will be taking on Tripola.
Yeah, maybe we have the camera out by then. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
They might be able to watch.
I don't want to say too much about that, but there's a potential where there's going to be some cameras going, and you can actually watch, not from us, but through another service. So we'll keep you posted on that as we find out more about that. So I want to thank Coach Ratliff here, Cody Ratliff, for stepping in, taking time away from his coaching duties. And
they didn't really need me tonight, so it was
step in on the broadcast, his first football broadcast. And Wildcats are off to a good start, 1-0, and they're going to be playing Tripola next week at home. And you just said that Springville was beating Tripola.
Yep.
That'll be so. Hopefully, we can
I think
do the same thing to them next week.
Yep.
All right. So thanks for tuning in, and go Cats. Something Trevor and I are going to have to do. I think I might have needed to refresh the YouTube channel. Just do it now.
I'll just say just play around with it.
Just hit refresh. What if you hit refresh?
There it is.
Oh, just hit the live chat. Okay, next time we just need to do that, and then we can see all that. We don't even have to worry about a email then. If we have that live. I didn't want to hit anything because I was nervous as it was.
Yeah, I was pretty sure like all you'd have to do is hit that. Are we still going?